Gang, what up? Welcome to the SEANCAST. I'm Sean France. Episode numero dos. We have our technically second guest. You know, Geppetto was number one, stole the limelight.
Stole the show.
But Jake Reed is in the crib, in the house, on the pod. And this was the dude that I was talking about in episode 1, where we started talking about I wanted to do a podcast. It's because we sat there and just, we'll talk fantasy football until everyone else around us ears are bleeding.
Yes.
So that's some of the plans for today.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, not a thing. Jake, say what up, man.
Hello, everyone.
Tell them what you do, Jake. Tell them what you tell these folks how we met.
I serve at this place. Are we gonna? We're not gonna say the name.
I think we're gonna say what we said, right?
Yes.
Gibby's Uptown. That we both currently still work at. So I really hope YouTube works out. Gibby's Uptown is where we met.
That is the place to be. So, I serve there. Sean bartends, and that's where we met at the first location. Now we're at the second one.
Yeah,
because
Gibby's, shit happens. Shit happens at Gibby's.
Floors fall through at Gibby's.
That's what happens, dude. That's
literally falls through.
But yeah, man, we just started talking. We were both played football growing up, and both just started talking football a lot. Get in the same fantasy league, and pretty much just started talking strat every day, just talking fantasy strat. So, yeah, man, that's what we're here to do, and just chop it up and have a good time. We're gonna rank all of the NFL uniforms today, not including Color Rush. So,
well, first gifts.
Being
the second guest, I thought I had to start it off right. We'll do gifts. Ignore the bag.
What a sweet guy.
So I know you're a very cerebral guy. I know you're a book guy. So
okay.
We'll start with the book that started it all.
Oh, what a dude.
Being a Beaver.
Oh, dude, this is the book of beavers.
Page 164. That's where you'll see it.
This is where this comes from?
Yeah.
That's where beavers come from?
Came from.
Oh, dude.
Originated.
You're the man.
Yeah. So, little reading for you once you get through there.
12 Rules for Life.
I haven't finished it, but I'm like 250 pages in.
Nice, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then the second one, my favorite gift. A real beaver.
Let's go.
You got an automatic. There's your Jamie there.
This is incredible.
On the pod. Can stay with you.
This is incredible.
Keep you warm at night.
You know, I'm going to replace a skull with a beaver.
Yep. And we can start by naming it. Because I didn't want to give it a name. I wanted... That's
a great point.
This is kind of a big deal, too. This is your homie.
I know. He's going to be my Jamie. You know, I'm just trying to, read his energy. So the whole thing that... what did we evolve it into? The coffee bean
beavers.
Coffee bean beavers. We tacked something else on the end that I can't remember.
I can't either.
But
those first
how about you tell the people? Tell the people what a coffee bean does.
Okay, so coffee bean, you throw. Oh, what was it? You throw
hot water.
A carrot into hot water, and the carrot
gets
folds.
Soft.
Yeah, soft. But you throw a coffee bean in hot water, and the water becomes coffee.
It becomes coffee. It takes over the situation.
You got to be a coffee bean.
You got to be a coffee bean. Beavers, they do what? They build dams.
Yeah.
They work.
They wake up. They go to work.
They go to work.
They got creeks to stop.
That's the truth. That's the truth, and that's why we are
beavers.
Coffee bean beavers.
Coffee bean beavers.
What a great gift, man. What a great gift. The beaver's incredible.
I'm stumped on the name, though. Pun intended.
I know, man. I really like Stanley.
I'm rocking with Stanley.
He's just giving Stanley.
Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
There we go.
Maybe it was in the back of my head the whole time. But Stan the Beeve, you know?
Stan the Beeve. I'm rocking with Stan the Beeve.
We'll tentatively stick with Stanley for the time. But he just feels so Stanley, dude. He feels so Stanley. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Problem.
Great gifts. I'm looking forward to reading the book. You know, I've got your brother was telling me about. I don't know if he was reading the same one, but he was reading some Jordan Peterson. So I'm looking forward to digging into that, and I appreciate that.
It's pretty good.
Rules for Life. The Antidote to chaos.
Yeah.
Which my girl tells me all the time. I'm an extremely chaotic person.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah,
I
that
need
makes
this.
sense.
An antidote to chaos. That's absolutely perfect. Me and Jake have kind of a funny origin, I guess, in this place of Gibby's Uptown. It's just one of those things, man. Jake was one of those guys where there's certain people that you just rock with their energy, and you do things the same way. You kind of operate the same way, and I think we do.
Yeah.
In a lot of different levels.
There's just a lot of weird people. So when you find somebody alike to you, then you gotta stick with it.
Yeah, it is hard floating in a world of muskrats.
Yeah,
When you're a beaver, you find another beaver, you stick together, and you build dams.
You build dams together.
So
unfortunately, you're gonna be leaving me, so I'm gonna be stuck at Gibby's on my own.
I know you might be solo Gibby's
But a solo beaver trying to chop down redwoods at that point by myself. Dude.
Yeah, but you got this, man. You got this. You're a strong beaver, and by then you'll be a bigger, even stronger beaver. So
smooth seas never made a skilled sailor. Gotta figure it out.
You will figure it out, no doubt. But I appreciate the gifts. Thank you very much, man.
So every guest from now on.
You know what you do.
I don't know if you can top it, but
you have to keep one upping.
Yeah.
Until you're buying me Rolexes.
Yeah. Get less on here.
No, thank you. I'm just kidding. Love you, Les. If you're watching, I did send him the link to my
Yeah,
podcast.
I saw him. He was like, what is this?
I did send him a link. So we're going to, tier list style, rank these NFL uniforms. There's a couple of upgraded uniforms, if you want to call them that.
Air quotes.
Yeah, from this year. We're going in alphabetical order. And I'm going to get all of the uniforms popped up on screen for y'all so you can take a look too. Tell me what you rank them. We're doing it tier list style, so S all the way down to garbage tier. Starting with Arizona Cardinals. New uniforms.
They're just mid. Well, the red ones, we know how we feel about the red ones.
The all Cardinals pretty bad.
Bad.
The all Cardinals pretty bad.
The all white and all black is good.
It just gives me big time, like generic uniform creator on NCAA Madden.
I was about to go there.
Like it's just
trying to build your high school.
Build your high school type of
You got to have the blackout jerseys in high school.
Yep, blackouts are pretty cool.
Yeah,
the whiteouts are pretty cool.
Kind of saves it.
Yeah, the black from top to bottom, white from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Both pretty cool, but just not a lot going on.
No.
I'm feeling, honestly, D tier.
Yeah, I'm there. Just too safe.
D tier?
Yeah. D tier says.
We're going to put them in D. I'm going to be sure to record all these because I'm going to post all these in the description, too, of what our actual tier list is. Tell me what y'all think. Arizona Cardinals going straight to D tier with these new uniforms. Last year might have been different. I think I liked them a little bit better last year. Probably would have been C tier-ish.
I saw somebody talk about they wish they did something more with like the state of Arizona because Phoenix has those like the Valley jerseys.
That would have been cool.
The Suns. And those are sick. Those are great NBA jerseys.
There's a lot of creativity that can come to play whenever creating like new uniforms, man. It's 2023. We've got the fun rules are back open where we can have different helmet colors too.
Like change up the logo, maybe.
Do something.
Yeah.
Do something. Not great. D tier.
Throw some wings on the helmet.
Oof.
I love wings on the helmet.
I know. It's a good look.
To Oregon, Rice.
You know what's gonna happen, bro. We're gonna see them Eagles unis later. Oh, yeah. Let's not get ahead of
Falcons,
ourselves.
I am rocking with the Falcons.
Atlanta uniforms.
I have gotten so much hate because all the Falcons fans hate them. But the only thing I don't like is the silver face mask. That's the only way they went wrong.
What would you change the face mask to?
White or black? Probably black.
Black would look tough. I like them.
Yeah.
I like them. I think they're pretty like modernist almost. They're not super traditional. They're fun to look at, and they look good. The all black looks really good. How do you feel about the red fade to black?
I don't know.
Man, honestly.
Because the idea of it is there, but it's giving like 2010s Vapor Elite, like trying too hard. Like,
it's a little
that's
cringe.
Trying a little too hard.
They're a little cringe to me. I'm not going to lie. I really like that white top, red pant combo.
Yeah.
Looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
Overall, not bad.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the ATL in the middle because I like that they tapped into ATL and standing. Like, I like when cities use the abbreviated for their city, but I wish it said like Atlanta or it said Falcons on it.
Yeah, and it's a little bit big, right?
I know.
Like it's a large
Yes.
text. It's
Yeah.
kind of just like screaming at you.
And the number font is just kind of odd.
They're okay.
Yeah.
They're nice to look at though.
Yeah.
I don't hate them. I've always liked their helmets.
Absolutely.
I always
the
like the
Falcon logo
helmets.
is sick.
It looks
That's one of
great.
the better logos.
It looks great. Overall, I don't know. You tell me. Where are you putting them?
I think we have to say C because
That's where I
they
was at.
are a step up from D from the Cardinals, but they're not special enough to be B.
That's where I was at.
I'd say 2 steps up is fair.
Yeah, they're all right. They're all right. I don't hate them. They're not garbage tier by any means, but
No.
they could be better. Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens?
Here, we're on to our generic mock-up photos. Which, hey man,
Hey,
so
it gets the point across.
It does. You see them, you know what you're looking at. I was doing this research last night, and I was putting together these photos. And not every team has like those photo shoot style where they're like lined up next to each other. So we're stuck with a couple of mock-ups, but I did tag a couple of or one of like my favorite combination on field.
Yeah.
Baltimore's classic, dude. I love purple.
Me too.
I love black.
Their all black is one of the best all blacks. Just automatic. I don't know.
It's because I feel like it's because of the purple.
Yeah. And their Ravens sick. So of the birds, which one are you going with? Cardinals, Falcons, Ravens, Seahawks.
Yeah, we went straight up birds out the gate right here, right? 3 birds back to back. Oh man, we'll get to those Seahawks.
Yeah.
I think out of these 3 birds,
I'm going Ravens.
yeah, I got to go Ravens.
I love the Ravens.
I got to go Ravens.
Also, do you like jerseys better on specific players? Like, do you think a player can make a jersey better? Like, I think Lamar makes the Ravens jersey, but I feel like
Yes.
Matt Ryan kind of looks goofy in a Falcons jersey.
Yes.
But like Bijan will look good in a Falcons jersey.
I think whenever you just take an absolute unit of a man and put him in, because I was looking at, and we'll get to this one later too, the San Francisco 49ers uniforms, and then I saw Sir Bosa. Just like
The Bear.
I'm
Yeah.
like, those are sick uniforms.
Yeah.
And then I flipped to their mock-up. I'm like, those are ugly
Yeah,
as hell.
they're ugly. You see like McCaffrey and Debo, and they're wearing like gold cleats with them, and then you're like,
and
those
it
are
looks kind of
sick.
cool. Yeah,
And
someone
even
can definitely
Trent
make a jersey.
Williams, a left tackle, makes it look good.
I think that's why having like that photo shoot style
Yes.
and getting to look at him more honestly. I totally agree because my next photo is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. I thought I had a Lamar photo in here. Doesn't really matter because the Ravens uniforms
Marcus Peters.
look great.
Yeah, they do.
They look great, man. If this was all black, but I really like
purple
the black with the purple pants. I think it's slick. I go A tier for Baltimore. Does that seem fair?
That's fair.
Do you agree with me? Do
Yes,
you mean it?
I agree. 100%.
Okay.
I don't want the Ravens to be good, and I wish Lamar went to the Falcons. I want him out of the AFC North because I don't want the Bengals to deal with him.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they almost beat the Bengals in the first round, or the wild card, with
For all of you
Tyler
that
Huntley.
don't know, Jake is a huge Bengals guy.
Yes. As far as just
Huge.
a Joe Burrow fan, I'm a big LSU guy. Also, sidetrack, having to explain my favorite teams, I realize that I am the issue here.
Yeah.
I am the problem
Yes,
when it
you are.
comes to
Yeah.
sports fans. Because I like all the teams that get hated the most.
You do, and you're confusing because you're
am.
like Cincinnati, you're
Yeah.
Louisiana,
Yeah. I like Duke for men's basketball.
Duke. Yeah.
I'm a Golden State Warriors fan because
Right.
of Steph.
right.
But see, it's kind of like I pick players, and then I'm like, oh, I like the team.
You just
now.
attach the team.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. If you ride and die for that team,
Yeah.
I'm with it. Now the thing is coming from me as an Alabama fan, I come back quite honestly. Families from there, right? We
Yeah.
have like some tradition, some heritage. Sister went there, But then everyone looks at me and
Yeah.
they're like, "You're not from Alabama." Yeah, exactly, man, exactly. But I have teams that I like that that I don't really have any sort of affiliate. Well, I did live in San Antonio for a while, big Spurs fan.
Yeah.
That's what made me a Spurs fan.
That makes
was living
sense.
in San
Yeah.
Antonio because they love the Spurs,
Mm-hmm.
and that's such a cool city, and the way that they treat that team is really dope.
And I've only ever been in Georgia, and I don't like a single Georgia team.
It's understandable because
'Cause
then
the-
you'd have to
the
be a Falcons or a
fans-
Hawks
the
fan.
fa-
Come on, man.
Yikes.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Okay, so Baltimore, we're sticking in A tier.
Bills.
On to Buffalo.
I'm rocking with the Bills jerseys. My favorite one is their like throwback that they wear against the Dolphins every year. That's
Red?
no, they're blue with the stripes on the side with the white pants,
Okay.
all white helmet. Diggs makes that jersey.
These are great uniforms. I've always liked their logo a lot. I love
Yeah.
their helmet.
Uh-huh.
It's just classic, man. The all white with the red and blue
Yeah.
stripe. They just
And then-
make the red, white, blue look
Yeah.
great.
You can't mess. Well, you can mess up red, white, and blue.
can.
They do not mess it up.
They don't.
This is an absolute A tier.
Yeah.
This is a not miss. This is borderline S.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to debate, how
See,
I feel
look-
about it. The all
yeah.
blue is awesome, too.
It's just a. That's what I think about when I see an NFL jersey, like the stripes, the number with the red outline, just the simple Bills.
I'm trying to think if there's something that, like, I truly dislike about it.
Yeah,
Is
So I
that
guess
anything that would justify it being below S?
yeah, yeah. I guess if you can't find anything to complain about, it is an S. That would constitute an S tier.
Honestly, I've always really liked them that much. You know, what I don't have a photo of that I don't like as much are the red.
You don't like the red?
I don't like the red as much.
Would they wear it on Thanksgiving or Christmas, or they just wear it whenever?
I can't remember. I feel like it's just an alternate.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. But the red just doesn't do it for
You're
me.
not an all red fan.
It's got to be done right.
Yeah.
It's got to be done right.
One piece of red is good.
Yeah, it's just such like a bold color. It's the
Yeah.
same way I feel about the Seahawks jerseys.
Yeah.
The all line.
Too much.
Yeah, it's just too much. It's too much. I'm gonna go with A.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
go
think
with
A
A.
is solid. Stick with my first initial ranking.
Bills and A.
Hmm.
The white, man. The white just does it for me.
know.
The white looks great. On to
Panthers, one of them.
Yeah.
I love these jerseys.
Okay.
And maybe it's because I see McCaffrey in it. But that's also the hard thing is you see some like doofus guys that don't care about what they're wearing, and you're like, oh, that jersey's not good. And you see McCaffrey.
I know. McCaffrey would look
Those
good
two
in a
twos.
uniform.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of silver helmets,
That's my
but
problem.
I like how they go with the blue. Maybe I don't know.
How do you like the teal in general? Huh?
I feel like it can be too much. I feel like the white, it's perfect. How they just have it wrapped around and outlining the numbers. I wish they did do a black helmet last year, but I guess we're not doing their color rush versions. Or I guess
Black helmet's cool.
would the red Bills be their color rush?
Yeah,
can't
I know.
remember.
I didn't include any color rushes
Yeah.
on purpose. I want to stick with like their tradition because I guess they're alternate, right? The Panthers alternates the black.
Yeah.
Their teals are at home. Their whites they're away.
I-
They're okay to me.
I know.
They're okay to me. I like the color combination. Okay, silver helmet does not do it for me.
Yeah.
They're all right.
I think the Falcons have them beat because they do more. Like they only have 3 jerseys here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the Falcons do more. So I
They
think
do.
we put them. I would put them either with the Falcons or the one below, like because they're not as bad as the Cardinals.
They're
in
C
any
or D,
sense.
eh?
Yeah.
C or D. I don't hate it because I think I like the color combinations. I think it's C tier
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
worthy.
That works.
It's C tier worthy. I'd throw them there.
The Bears.
Dude, the Bears.
I don't know. This is
I'm going to tell you, I hate the Bears uniforms.
those helmets. Oh,
Oh, they're bad,
the
man.
C.
They're just bad.
Number 10, Mitch Trubisky. That's just what I think.
It's hard to make orange
Yeah.
and navy already
Yeah.
look good, and then it's just like, some of like the '80s kind of stripe work.
Yeah.
The orange jerseys are bad.
It's not special, and then they try and be special with the orange,
It doesn't look good.
and it does not look good.
The logo sucks. It's always sucked. It's just a C.
No. Yeah.
The helmets are mid. I wonder if I have another one on the backside. Yeah, here's a
Darn
closer
no.
look. I just don't like them, man. I just don't like
What's
them.
the GS on the side mean? I've never known
That's
that.
a great. Maybe there's something on the. Maybe it's GS something else.
Stanley,
I don't know. I
figure
have
this
no
out for
idea.
us.
Yes,
Stanley,
please.
this is your job.
Fact check quickly, Stanley. He's just sitting there. He looks great, but useless. Thanks, Jake. He's awesome. He's great to look at, but it does not work for technical support.
Are we gonna slide the Bears?
You were the fact checker. You were the fact checker.
Yeah, I know. I should know that. That's my thing.
You're asking me questions. I have no idea. GS something doesn't seem like anything Chicago based. Maybe it's like a Memorial type of deal. I don't know.
Yeah, slide him down with the Cardinals, or you want to put below the Cardinals?
Dude, I think I like the Cards better. I might
Yeah.
go garbage tier.
Yeah, that's fair.
First straight up trash can
That's fair.
tier is.
And I like
Chicago.
orange on jerseys. Boise State, Tennessee, they do it right. Clemson's okay.
You can do orange. I like orange.
Yeah.
I like orange, but the orange with the navy and the
I
white,
know.
it's just hard to do well. Could be done well. It's just not. It's just not.
Yeah, S tier. There's zero. Just look at the picture.
The
I don't
Bengals
need
dog.
to argue for them. There's no debate to be had here. These are the best jerseys in the NFL.
Cincinnati
This single
Bengals.
combination, the white Bengal,
I kicked it.
the Cowboys are really good.
I'm realizing I didn't even put. I was probably so excited about the all white
Yeah.
Bengals jerseys with the white helmets, the white tiger. I just didn't even put in any of their other uniforms. Like those are that good.
Yeah.
The rest of their uniforms are really good too.
I know. They're not bad. They would be an absolute A, and you'd have to make an argument for S for their base jerseys.
I've always liked the tiger stripe
good.
helmet.
I know. The helmet is sick.
They do orange right.
Yeah, they do. Oh, great point. Orange and black, Oregon State, Bengals. GSH for the Bears uniform stands for George S. Hollis, the founder of the franchise. That makes
Memorial,
sense. Yeah. Back to the Bengals. The font for Bengals is sick too.
It's
Like,
not too big.
It's not.
That's what you meant with the ATL. That should
Yeah.
say Atlanta.
Yeah.
And it should be about that size.
Yeah.
The all white is maybe the greatest NFL uniform I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's so sick. It's whenever they wore them, dude.
I just
I was
want
a
to
Bengals fan
rewatch
for
the
1
games.
week.
Yeah.
I was a Bengals
It
fan
was
for
a
1 week.
it was a Thursday night Dolphins game because
Yeah.
we were working and I had it on Prime.
That's right.
Somebody else was there.
Absolutely disgustingly drippy.
Yeah.
For me, as I was compiling these photos, I was trying not to rank them in my head too much.
Yeah.
But man, that was an easy.
Yeah, that's such an
S tier.
easy S tier.
Need we say more?
I love these Cowboy jerseys.
Yeah. Okay.
I cannot stand when they do the royal blue and then they have the navy with it. Like they have two different blues. What are you doing?
I would agree.
I hate that.
It does look bad. Whenever they did the white helmets this past year too. Wow,
Against
those looked good.
The tie-ins.
Those look really good. The
Yeah.
silver helmets, yet again, just don't do it for me. They wear
Yeah.
them mostly every single week.
Yeah.
They've got a new white uniform this year too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Looks pretty cool. It's pretty toned down,
Mhm.
but overall, good
Yeah.
uniforms.
Love the star on the top of the pads.
It's classic, man.
Yeah.
It's a classic uniform.
And
I'm
even
not mad at them.
They're all Nate or that one. That it looks great. I love their numbers. And it kind of goes with the helmet.
It does.
This is when I like silver.
It does. Oh,
Maybe
they,
it's
do,
the
they know how to do
oversized
it.
star.
They know how to do it. I like it. I like it. I don't love it. I
Yeah.
go B tier.
Yeah. Personally, I'm going A, but to say B tier, that makes complete sense because I absolutely hate when they have the white with those like royal blue, or it's like a lighter royal blue numbers,
Yeah.
and then the navy star on the helmet. Dude, just match them.
I know.
Match
I know.
'em.
You think with all the money in the world.
I
man.
know. They're like the richest franchise in the NFL.
The Broncos.
See, this is where I'm on the opposite side of the Bears because it's the same color scheme,
They just do it
but
better.
I like it. I love the logo. Maybe it's because Peyton Manning played for him.
They just look better, man.
Those numbers are good too.
I was just about to say that.
Look at me talking about numbers like I care about math or something.
Unbelievable. The shape of the numbers
I
is
know.
aesthetically pleasing.
It does look good though. That 3 looks good.
It does. It does. Overall, I mean, they're pretty good uniforms, man. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know, if you're gonna do that's one thing that the Bears don't do is the all navy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they do. Maybe they wear all navy
I'm trying to think.
sometimes.
I don't know if
but
they do.
there's so much navy in their uniform, not enough accent of orange that it's like, you know, it's kind of dead. I like how the Broncos do it. I've always liked their logo. Their white uniforms look good. Orange jerseys
there.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Where do you put them?
I'm putting them in C. They're not good enough to be a B to me, but they're not bad enough to be a D.
I'm kind of with you there.
That's right in the middle of the pack, hence C.
I was gonna say B,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I'm with you just because I'm trying to think about like what I'd actually like wearing, and
Yeah.
they wouldn't be up there. They wouldn't be up there.
Logo carries though.
Hey, you want to talk about a silver helmet I like?
Yeah. Yeah. They do
The
it right.
Lions.
They do it right. The one with Matthew Stafford's weird to me. I don't know if I like that much of like nothing on the jersey. Like it's like nothing on the jersey.
That feels very much like a 50s uniform.
Yeah, it is. It is their throwback one.
That would make sense.
Their color rushers is sick. I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but that
Yeah,
all
I know.
gray.
The all
I
gray.
love all gray.
Me too. Who is it that did it? Texas A&M. Texas A&M all gray uniforms
Oh my goodness.
with a maroon.
Yeah,
So cold.
the Johnny Football.
So cold.
They did who are they playing against?
Sometimes
Oh,
I just think about the Alabama
I
game. It
think
makes
it
me
was
want to
against
cry.
LSU. Yeah, I love that game.
I don't.
4-man Alabama rush.
Dude. Game broke my heart. There was a couple of times in Alabama football history that my
Yeah.
heart was broken.
Yeah.
It was that, and of course,
Yeah.
the kick six.
Yeah.
I was sitting on the back of my couch.
Yeah.
And actually fell off the back of my couch whenever the kick six happened. I was broken inside. And that was whenever I was probably a little bit more emotionally invested in college football too.
Yeah.
That was a hard
I was
day.
eating chocolate almonds. I remember
You remember that?
specifically.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
just going to town on a little carton, like from Publix, just going to town. And all of a sudden they kick it, and I'm like, oh, he's going to run it back. Because a couple years earlier, Odell did it against UAB. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, oh, this has happened before. And so, what's the dude's name? Chris something?
Let's not talk about him.
Yeah, we don't have to dive into your trauma falling off the back of a couch.
I know, bro. I'm about to go stop press record on the on the camera. Bro was eating chocolate almonds
I was enjoying it too.
like this,
Watching Bama lose.
just one after the other.
And Mark's an Auburn fan, so he was going nuts.
Oh, of course,
He was
Mark's
going
Auburn.
nuts.
Mark is Jake's brother,
Yeah.
and if you're watching this,
He's definitely watching us.
I am not surprised you're an Auburn fan. Cringe. Mark being cringe, I'm so surprised. Auburn fan.
Cringe.
Lions uniforms, man. Overall, I like them. They're
Yeah.
pretty good. What we say? We were saying, where we go? We said B tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, B tier because
Yeah.
we like them better than Falcons, Panthers, and the Broncos.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
It's just a
pretty
better
good.
blue than the Carolina blue, in my opinion.
It is. It's a
just a
nice
better
little
blue.
powder blue. It looks good. Yeah, Carolina's is like leans a little bit too teal.
Yeah.
You know.
Packers,
Green Bay.
I
Tell me.
don't know. I don't. Because I get the classic idea behind them, but such a weird color combination.
I know. I don't like them.
Yeah.
Dude, I just don't like them. Their white jerseys are kind of cool.
Yeah.
Their white jerseys are kind of cool. But whatever.
No, yeah.
Whatever. Big
And-
G on the helmet, the green with the yellow. It's like, you know who does green and yellow well? Oakland A's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oakland A's put it together and
Now
it looks
gonna be
pretty
Vegas, which is going to be weird.
good. Yeah.
They're going
Yeah.
to Vegas. I don't
Like
know if I
everybody
like all
else.
those moves.
But
But I get they only have like 2,500 fans going to the games.
everybody
So they
from
have
Oakland.
no money.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. It's always been tough for that franchise.
Mhm. New ball.
But, same thing with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Take them to Vegas.
Yeah,
But hey, man, I'm gonna be straight up. I don't even want to spend too much time on it. Garbage tier.
that's fine.
Throw the cheese heads
And
down
even
there.
those the brown helmet with the navy blue
Dude.
uniforms. What are you doing?
Those are so bad.
What are you doing?
And yo, Quentin, sorry, buddy. Sorry if you're watching this. One of my good buddies, huge Green Bay Packers fan. I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry, but they look really bad.
It's tough.
I respect your team and their heritage. Hate their uniforms. On to the Houston Texans.
I do not know with them too. I don't know. A lot of navy blue in the NFL.
A lot of Navy.
A ton of navy blue.
I always thought the Texans logo was almost cool.
Yeah.
Like, I like the whole bull type of
Yeah.
deal. It's just like there's something not quite
I
right
know.
about it.
I wish they would be like the Bulls or something, not Texans.
The Texans, right? Man, I thoroughly dislike these uniforms.
Yeah.
I just do. I don't like the kind of tooth stripes.
Yeah.
I don't like their helmets. I feel weird about their logo.
Yeah.
And here I go again with my hating of red. I hate the red jerseys. I hate them. Their navy jerseys are okay.
Yeah. Their
I mean,
all navy color rush was good.
I
That
feel
was
like
a couple
almost
years ago.
there's very few color rushes I disliked.
Yeah.
It's hard to like dislike them. They're just like, they
They
just
look
look good.
good.
They just look good.
They're special for a reason.
Uh,
Yeah. Bad.
I would go garbage tier.
Throw them there. Throw them out in the garbage.
I felt like that there was no. I felt like there was no
Garbage.
I forgot I put this in here.
What?
I felt like there was no more suiting photo for the Houston
Is
Texans.
that Brian Cushing or is that someone trying to be?
It's got to be a long snapper. There's
It
always
has to.
got to be a long snapper.
What number did Brian Cushing wear?
I think he wore 55.
Okay.
I think he did. He was
that
50 or
tattoo is
55.
horrendous.
Yeah, dude, the whole thing,
Oh
the
my
whole
goodness,
vibe
with
of
the
this
lineman
photo.
face mask. Get out of here.
Whole vibe of the photo is bad. It's bad.
Those iPads too.
I had to throw it in there.
That's a crime.
Look at the shoes.
I know. Those silver shoes.
Like,
Top it
yeah.
off. Like the Colts. I like them.
The Colts are good.
I like them. That is a
No,
perfect,
they're great.
basic uniform.
It's almost like Penn State.
Yeah.
Like I like Penn State's uniforms.
That blue, well, maybe because I'm a Duke fan, but that blue is just perfect. Dodger fan, too. See, that's tough. Dodger blue.
Dude, I really like their uniforms. The all white looks great. Their
Yeah.
stripe work is
Yeah.
awesome.
Those are an absolute B. I can make an argument for A just because I like them.
I'm okay. I like them that much.
Yeah.
I'm good
Okay.
with A.
Perfect.
I'm good with A. I
And
think they
I
look
love the
awesome.
horseshoe. That's a perfect basic logo.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Everything looks good
Yeah.
for the Colts. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man. The helmets are really
Can't
cool.
mess that up.
The white's clean. It's just clean.
Yeah.
It's just clean. I love the traditional
Uh-huh.
stripe work. It
Mhm.
just looks really good. It looks really good. They don't overdo it. They don't underdo it. Jacksonville
weird one for me.
Jaguars, huh?
There's a lot of weird ones for me where I don't really know how to feel.
I think they have like that teal kind of aqua color
Yeah.
that works pretty well in the way that the Panthers don't.
Yeah.
I like it. I like their uniform in general. They're pretty good.
I love the helmet too. I did
Helmet's
not
cool.
like their old helmets when Blake Bortles was there, where it was like the half gold,
Dude.
half black.
Honestly, I would say those that you're referring to might be some of the worst in
Yeah.
history. They were. I'll never forget them actually wearing those, and I was like, "Oh, no way that this passed multiple phases." And someone was like,
No
Yeah.
players complained about that.
"Dude, that was
Yeah.
ugly. That was." I remember sitting there with my dad sometimes and watching it. And I'm like, "Why?
Yeah.
Why would you
Bad
choose
idea.
that?" It was so bad.
Bad idea.
So the all black looks good.
Very
All
good.
black helmet
One of the
looks
better
good.
ones.
Overall, I don't feel like it's a ton to write home about. It's not bad. I'm feeling like I'm like high C, light
Yeah.
B.
Yeah.
I don't know. You call it. You want to go C or B?
I don't know.
Or were you feeling even lower? Were you feeling
No,
D?
no, it was going to be C or B, but I don't know. Are they with the Colts? Or are they? No, I'd say C.
No, Colts would put an A.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Colts would put an A.
Okay, I put B then, because I don't like them as much as the Colts. I don't hate them at all, but something's just a little awkward about them. Look at those Leonard Fournette's cleats. I miss those.
I know those.
Everybody
are the,
had those.
Those are those Under Armour Johns.
Highlight
I had
MCs.
those. I have
Yeah?
those for it. And honestly, I was playing like skill positions, and I was wearing those.
Not it.
Not to play.
Yeah.
It's just like maybe when I was playing running back, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But like playing DB or playing
Yeah.
receiver,
Yeah.
you kind of need a little bit more ankle flexion in there. They look cool though.
Yeah.
They look cool. They remind me of those the Kobe 9s, I think.
Yeah.
They came out. They were super
Uh-huh.
high. Sneaker boots. They were sick. Kansas City Chiefs.
I just don't think I like them. I love the helmet, to be honest. I like their logo. I don't like the yellow.
The Arrowhead's cool.
The yellow is odd to me, especially with red.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
I like gold. Well, see, I like LSU's yellow, but that's gold.
The Chiefs. I'm putting them, honestly, they're not garbage tier
Yeah.
quite for me, but they're D tier.
They are.
I think they're D tier.
No special jerseys, too. What's their special
Dude, I know.
one?
What do they have an alternate
I
jersey?
don't think so.
They never wear anything but white or red.
There was something with like extra white that they did, but I can't remember what it was. There
I'm
was a
sure they have a
special
color
one.
rush, probably.
Yeah.
Bet.
Still.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Meh.
D tier.
Raiders.
Raiders, man. Raiders are straight.
Yeah.
They're
They do silver okay because it's more of a gray. It's not like a silver.
and it's
a
all
silver
just
helmet.
like it's all just black and white.
Yeah.
And gray.
Can't mess it up.
Silverish. Like it's fine. I feel like with the logo that they have, they could be more creative.
They could. Absolutely.
I feel like there's some more stuff that they could do
Absolutely.
there. They're fine. They're fine. They're kind of middle of the road for me though.
Yeah. They're dead center.
Yeah, you feel
Not
C tier?
special, but not bad.
C tier for Raiders.
Yeah. In Vegas too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chargers, they have their argument against the Bengals. You don't like them?
No, they have ultimate drip, man.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
the Chargers uniforms.
Those navy blue, that's my second best uniform in the NFL.
I
Right behind
really
those.
like when they go white top, yellow bottom.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's so clean. Wait, the far right navy
Yeah,
blue?
far right navy.
Dude,
is
yes,
sick.
with the hollowed out stripes.
Yes.
I mean, the lightning bolt, the
Mhm.
white helmet, it just all looks good.
Yeah.
There's nothing that looks bad
Yeah.
about it.
Their helmet, those are S for sure.
I'm S tier.
Those are
easy.
locked in a S. They look weird with the blue with the yellow pants. That I think that's Eckler wearing it. I can't tell if it says 30.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
Eckler. It looks kind of like funky.
That one's a little odd.
The all white is good.
Every other one looks great.
The royal blue is sick.
They look great.
With the navy.
That's a
Navy's my
W
second favorite.
uniforms S tier.
I'd buy that Herbert jersey.
I could see how other people could say, look at Bengals jerseys, uniforms, and be like, maybe B,
Yeah.
A tier, right? They're S tier for me.
Yeah.
But Chargers,
You can't argue it.
who's
And I
gonna
feel like
lose?
that's the consensus that they have the best jerseys.
Yeah.
Like that's what everybody says, or that's what I hear. But
incredibly
Rams.
drippy. How about them Rams?
I like the Rams.
How do you feel about that number?
I was just
the
about to
number.
ask.
The number change.
I don't hate it. I think that's fine.
It's
I think
alright.
it's a light with yellow going to white. I think it's a light enough. I think a red to black like the Falcons. That's a lot. Yellow
Yeah,
and white
it
kind of
is.
goes.
It is. You remember the old Rams helmets with the when Steven Jackson was playing
In
for
St.
him?
Louis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
that's a weird.
That was a
Are you
weird.
like yellow or gold more? Because that's a gold.
I like the yellow.
Yeah,
I like
okay.
where they've gone to. They're bigger Rams horns
Yeah.
now.
I love the Ram helmet.
Dude, they're clean.
good.
It is one of the better helmets.
Yeah.
I like these uniforms a lot.
Yeah.
I like these uniforms a lot. There's not a whole lot to hate. I
Yeah.
like the all blue.
They didn't mess up anything.
Yeah, not really. They're clean, but they're not my favorite at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm
They're
feeling A.
Absolute A.
Yeah.
Then the white with yellow pants again looks really good.
Yeah, I know. It's just a good combo. It's in the way it looks with the helmet too, and the way they have the blue on the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good look.
I almost bought that Cup jersey, the white one.
That's a good jersey.
Yeah.
The white jersey is really cool.
here
Dolphins,
we
dude.
go. I think you just gotta put them in A.
I love them.
Yeah,
They look great.
Yeah.
They're so Miami.
yeah, exactly. That's a
You know?
great way to say that. They are definitely Miami. Cool logo, cool mascot, jersey's great. Don't mess it up. All white.
They look great, man. I think I've got another one here. Yeah, with our other unis. All white's amazing.
Yeah. When it gets too much, look at number 82.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Generic
Who is
player.
that? I don't know who that is.
Generic player number 2.
Yeah. I like them. I like
do
them.
too. Great story. I was taking biology maybe my freshman year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
No, sophomore year of high school. I had a teacher who was a huge Dolphins fan. Huge Dolphins fan. And I remember on my first ever test, I just drew the Dolphins logo. And he was like, nice, +1. You know?
Nice.
I was like, sweet. So I like continued every test to upgrade my Dolphins logo game. And he had a Dolphins trash can. I was thinking this so I could
see. Yeah.
I had the reference. And one day I was like, you know what? Let's really do this thing. And I brought colored pencils.
Of course you did.
You know what I mean?
Of course you did.
And I'm like, I have detailed that logo out, colored it in, and he was like, sick, +8, you know? I get like
awesome.
108 on the test. Let's go. Mr. Partridge, he was him. He was one of my favorite
Yeah, I
teachers
love
ever.
teachers like that.
He was awesome. He was a great teacher, and I loved biology, so it was like a really easy mesh. And he loved the Dolphins, so he loved when I drew that logo. A great uniform.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. You know, are they A or are they S? For me,
I go A.
For me, I go A too. I don't think they're
I don't
quite
think they're
there.
special enough.
I don't think they're quite there.
A black jersey might be pretty nasty. They did
Dude, a blacked out Miami.
Mm-hmm. Why haven't they done that?
I don't
like
know.
a Miami Knights?
Miami Knights with a black helmet.
They don't even need to bring in pink like the Heat did.
No, leave it with a teal.
Yeah.
Leave it with a teal and a little bit of orange.
Yeah,
like-
they got orange too. They got two perfect colors.
Oh, dude, what if they went orange kind of primary? All black, orange kind of primary, accent with a teal.
Ooh.
Hey,
That'd be like Miami University of Miami's.
whoever is head of marketing there, call me. I'll draw you some uniforms.
Vikings?
I like purple, dude.
I
I love
know.
purple. I hate their logo.
I know. Oh, like the
horn.
yeah. It needs to be
Well, yeah,
more.
just the horn.
It
Yeah,
needs to be more.
the actual Vikings logo is cool enough,
Yeah.
but the horn is just meh.
Cool mascot, like a Viking.
I know.
There's a lot to do there.
That's a really cool mascot. Their uniforms are fine.
Purple and gold can't beat it.
They're fine.
Yeah. Not special. B? Or are you going A?
I hate to do this because I like purple so much, but maybe C.
Really?
I'm in between C and B, but I say we go B because I yet again, like looking at C tier, I'd rather wear these than all the C tier.
Yeah.
So I think it's a fair place for them to be.
Patriots
The Pats, man, back to the silver helmet thing.
and navy blue.
It's
Their reds are good. I like that red.
their alternate reds with the
Yeah.
old school logo are really cool. They're just current uniforms are just I don't really care about
They
them.
don't really
man.
do anything. They're
Yeah.
just kind of there.
I don't really like them. I think they're below average
Yeah.
at best. There's certain players that have made it look good.
Yeah.
Randy Moss is the first one that always comes to my head. I think you put Randy Moss in any jersey, though, and he makes it look good.
Yep.
Tom Brady, it's like, how can you
Yeah.
not think of Patriots and think Tom Brady?
Yeah.
He looked great in that thing, but, like, it's just whatever. I always thought their logo's cool.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I like their logo a lot.
Logo's cool.
I would put them with the Raiders, though. Like, I would wear those before I liked the Raiders. You get what I'm saying?
You would throw them in, that's C tier for you.
Yeah, I'd put them in C tier.
I would rather wear the Raiders.
Yeah. You
I'd
like
go
that
D.
clean?
I would go D.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
You firm C on that one?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go right in between. It's a D plus,
Yeah.
C minus. But yeah, they're just whatever, man. Especially I don't know why. I
like the-
really don't like the all navy
Yeah. Yeah.
with a silver helmet. Just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I wish they put some silver elsewhere in their uniform
Yeah.
or something.
You like the old school logo?
The old school logo's
hiking
cool.
the ball? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just like it does feel so
Yeah.
throwback.
It just makes me think of the snow game immediately.
Yeah.
Whenever they play in the snow, I just think that it's snowing and it's football.
It does feel that way. And I don't know. I love the tube socks kind of stripe deal.
Yeah.
Like it's a cool uniform. That's a red jersey I do like.
Yeah.
That alternate I do like. It's a somewhat of a modern take on it. They're just whatever.
Yeah.
They're fine. I do like the red face mask. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
New Orleans Saints.
Gibbies.
Gibbies uptown. They're pretty good, man. They're pretty
Yeah.
good. Gold and black is cool.
Yeah, it is. Those jerseys look different.
Yeah, I know. Maybe this is a mock-up of some type. Maybe I didn't pull up the right one. Let me
I
see.
get it though. I know.
I was kind of looking at them too. I'm like, that doesn't seem all the way right.
We say Gibby's because the main chef is a die-hard Saints fan.
Absolutely huge
Crazy Saints fan. And an LSU fan too, so we get along with that. But I'm also, those white ones I love. They're all white. I just have never seen with the black pants.
Those black pants are cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have either though.
Alvin Kamara. Who would have thought
No,
41 could be a good uniform or a good number?
I know he makes 41 look so good. I've kind of always liked 40's numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like 44.
I think
44
of
looks good to me.
like Pat Tillman.
Yeah.
You know, didn't Ronnie Lott wear 40s? Ronnie Lott was like 47 or something like that. He wore in the 40s.
40.
I had a Ronnie
Stanley.
Lott. Stanley, get on it. I had a Ronnie Lott jersey, and I should remember that. But yeah, they do all black. I don't think that those ones I pulled up are
42.
quite right. 42.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Ronnie Lott, one of my favorite DBs of all time. Saints, I think, are cool. I
Yeah.
don't think this is all the way right. I didn't get another one. Saints are pretty cool. I would throw them like I don't know. Not my favorite.
I know.
B tier?
Yeah. When they did like the mustard pants, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Those were odd. Like, keep it
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah.
I get the idea behind it, but
But if you're going to go gold, like, you got to go gold. I don't know how they don't just color match. That always drives me crazy.
yeah.
The same way that we were talking about one of the
The Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys just don't quite match.
The only two tones I like are the Titans. I think when they go completely 1-1, I think those two blues look okay together. Like a light blue and a navy.
Yeah, you got to do. Yeah, it's not bad.
But even then, they have red to save them. Giants. I do not like the silver pants.
I don't either.
I just think of Eli Manning when I see the Giants. And I'm
I
like,
just don't like the
Yeah.
Giants unis, man. They just have not ever done it for me. I like.
OBJ saved them for a little bit. People sparing them from getting destroyed. Because OBJ.
Yeah. Look swagging anything, and his cleat game was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Cleat game's
those
absolutely crazy.
2014 Carbon Elites.
Dude, everything he did everything you can do with a cleat. Every
Yeah.
different Jordan.
Grinch.
The Grinch were dope. Grinch were dope. These are fine. They're
Yeah.
fine. They're not bad.
Nah.
They're just not like garbage tier.
Mm-mm.
But I don't know. I'm feeling C or D.
I feel just the same way with the Cardinals. Like, they're red. Like, it's just there. So I put them D. And the Giants, they don't do anything about Giants. They don't do anything with, like,
It
their
just
logo.
says New York.
Yeah. Do something.
Yeah, literally draw a giant. You put a giant next to a normal sized human being, and there's your logo. Draw a beanstalk. Do something. Do a giant. How about the Jets?
I like the Jets a lot because we were talking about green.
Yeah, me too.
I wish they did more with, like, Jets. Like, that is
The Jet, yeah.
That is a dope mascot.
Oh, dude, it really is. That's a really cool mascot. I like their uniforms, though, man.
Yeah, me too.
I like how Sam Darnold's posted in
Yeah,
the front.
that's hilarious.
Oh,
Dude,
boy.
Jamal Adams, a dog.
Animal. Football player. That is a football player. The Jets,
The blacks
overall,
the black jerseys are great.
black jerseys are awesome. The green jerseys are cool.
And
I
how it
mean,
says
everything's
New York,
cool.
Yeah, that's. I feel weird putting the Jets, and I think they're gonna be really good this year. I really do. I think Aaron Rodgers takes them.
I think
maybe
they'll
not to the Super Bowl.
I think they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah,
They'll make the playoffs
they
for
made
sure.
that division stacked now.
Yeah,
Like, it's
I
like the
know.
AFC North now. Like, that division is stacked.
It might be an exciting year for the Jets. I would love to see the Jets go to like a conference championship.
Yeah.
You know how cool that would be?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while. Since what? Mark Sanchez years, 2010, something like
Yeah.
that. It's been a minute. It would be cool to see. It would be cool to see Aaron Rodgers have a little resurgence.
That's gonna be a good fantasy team. Yeah. We'll get into that later though.
I would go what? I'm leaning B, A,
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
I just don't think it's special enough.
Yeah, B tier.
It's definitely B. It's probably the best out of the B tier, in my opinion, with those black jerseys. The Eagles.
Come on, dude.
Second favorite team, Jalen Hurts, a dog. I'm gonna buy the black jersey.
I literally put Jalen Hurts for both photos
Yeah.
because
He's
Jalen
him.
Hurts is him. I always thought the placement of the wings was a little bit weird.
Yeah,
I wish they were a little bit further out of the side. Otherwise, still a cool uniform, still a cool helmet.
And
Black jerseys are amazing.
Yes. The wings look old too.
Yeah, they just
like they don't
right.
look new. Does that make sense?
No, I get it. They don't look all the way right. They don't. I just love the jerseys.
Yeah.
I love the jerseys. The black jerseys are some of the best jerseys in the NFL, I think.
Their
so
regular
sweet.
green is a little. It's different.
It's got some blue in there.
Yeah, there is.
You know what I
There's
mean?
a hint. It feels like a true green. I would probably buy that jersey too.
Yeah. I like it still, though.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not ugly at all.
It's kind of unique, the whole the green itself, and I really enjoy it.
It's kind of like the Jaguar, not like the Jaguars, but like a unique color.
I like their unis, man.
Yeah.
I like them. I go A tier on the Eagles, but I don't know how you feel about that.
Oh, definitely A.
You go A?
I want to make just for Jalen Hurts, put him in the S tier.
I know. I only put pictures
Just
of
for
Jalen Hurts in
Jalen
there.
Hurts.
He makes them S tier, but they
They're
are.
black helmets too.
Oh, the black helmets are sick.
Those might be
That's an S tier uniform.
Yeah.
That's an S tier uniform. I would say I think it's a fair place to put him in A.
You like those more than the Chargers uniforms?
The black ones?
Mm-hmm. That's tough.
Probably.
Yeah, I know.
Probably just because they feel tougher. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
the Chargers are drippy.
Philly.
But like, the offensive line power that they had last year, especially, and will probably carry over into this year. I think that those black uniforms,
Yes.
like personify
That
that
is.
toughness. Anytime we
Those
want
are
1 to 2
demons
yards,
up
we're gonna
front.
take it.
I know.
That's what those black jerseys scream.
I can rant about the QB sneak and how perfect it is, and
know.
if they get rid of the QB sneak, that would be the worst thing that's ever happened to football.
I would agree. That's one
Just
of
be
that,
a grown man.
Dude,
be a grown man.
Why else would you have?
I know.
And pay an offensive
I
line
know.
that's supposed to be that good.
And pay a defense line to stop it.
Exactly. That's the whole. It's football, man.
You got
Like,
Aaron Donald. Well, Kelsey's not complaining about that.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald's complaining. Look at Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
You have no reason to complain. Your job is to stop that.
Yes.
Crab
100%.
ball.
They're that
Get
good.
under there.
But because you don't see a lot of other teams in the NFL doing it because their offensive line is
Yeah.
not that good.
And you
That's
don't
a
have
huge reason the
a
Eagles were in the Super Bowl.
Quarterback who can squat 600 pounds.
Exactly. That can
Push
push that
about
line.
a video that gets me going.
Dog. He probably did that
His
after a
Oklahoma.
game.
Yeah.
You know?
He talked about that. I follow their.
He used to lift after his games.
I forget the something Wiley. I forget his first name. It was the Oklahoma strength and conditioning coach, and I followed him on Instagram for like a while now. And he would post like him and Jalen Hurts working out.
Post game.
Yeah,
He would after every Bama game he went and lifted.
yeah.
After
That is a
the
dog.
football game.
He's my second favorite player.
For anybody here that is listening that's played a football game,
That's insane.
to go lift
Whoa.
afterwards,
Really played football. Like
You really
those players
played-
can do that. But you,
I mean,
if
yeah,
you're playing,
if you were playing,
you're playing.
dog, can you go lift?
No,
I play a game and I wake up in the middle of the night cramping.
I know.
Charlie horses. he's squatting.
I'm not waking up before 10 a.m. after a game.
No. Great. So we threw Eagles in the A tier,
Yeah.
which I think is very fair. You
Yeah.
know, I feel like I don't know. I'm trying to think about maybe we'll rehash here at the end and see what our most
They got
debatable
Yeah.
picks were. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like some people probably don't like the Eagles
Yeah.
uniforms as much as we do.
Yeah, those look so good.
You like how I just like picked a bunch
Yeah.
of Jalen Hurts photos? Come
He,
on.
let me pause real quick.
He looks so good.
He does though. I mean, come on.
He looks so good.
All right, to the Niners.
San Francisco 49ers.
They're just by the jersey. It's because it's hard to just look at the jerseys and not think of players. Because players turn them into A. Because you think Jerry Rice, Montana.
They are super iconic.
Yeah.
The 49ers uniforms are iconic, and I hate them. I hate the 49ers uniforms, dude. They're so ugly. They're so ugly, dude. Dude, you can Jerry Rice and Joe Montana me all you want. They're so bad. The big oval with the SF. Dude, it's a horrible gold, dude.
I thought you were just going to call them middle of the pack, but no, you
I
hate them.
hate the 49ers, dude.
They're not garbage. You can't put them in the garbage.
Oh, man. I go straight to the bin with the
What?
49ers, man. I hate them. Dude, the gold, red, gold combo.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You like Penn State as traditional, but you don't like the Niners?
Dude, I think it's the color combo for
Yeah.
me. And like if it were a lighter gold, maybe I think I'd
Yeah,
like it
that
more.
mustard gold kinda
The
does.
the gold helmet with the oval SF.
Dude, they're just they're not garbage to me.
I know. Where do you put them? Where would you put them? You almost said A.
No,
You said they would be A for something.
I don't think so.
Or maybe you're just
Let me
thinking,
walk back on whatever I said.
You're
No,
just thinking about Christian McCaffrey, you know.
Yeah. I was gonna say B,
Yeah. Okay.
but I don't. You're right. I don't know why I'm trying to protect gold. Like
That's our hard.
I'm not a fan of gold.
That's our first like hard split.
Yeah. But see, that's my issue. Is I think of players, and players like you're gonna tell me Debo doesn't look good in that. Like Debo makes
No
it look
doubt
good.
does. No doubt does. And like, and you referencing the Jerry Rice especially, like that tugs at my heartstrings. I've just always hated him.
Yeah. And I understand why one would hate them.
I've always hated him. But we'll I'm going straight
That's
to
fine.
garbage tier.
That's fine.
I'm going straight to garbage tier. You're putting him in B.
Seahawks.
Seahawks,
See,
man.
This is just a. I just don't know with these ones again. I feel like I've said that 900 times.
They're okay. They just do it. I've never liked the stripe on the
Me
pants.
either.
I love their helmets.
Yeah.
And I love their helmet stripes.
I wish they did a newer looking Seahawk. Like
I do.
I just think of Beast Mode.
I do
that
too.
era.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit biased because the high school I graduated from, we did the Seahawk stripe,
Oh really?
the carbon stripe, and it's
Yeah.
so clean. It almost like there's no
Oh,
color.
I
that look
forgot
bad
about how they do that. That
It-
is a sick little feature. They
It
got.
looks good. It looks good. They just throw like a hair too much lime in there, lime green,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it, highlighter green. It's just a little bit much. The front stripe with the silverish white or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just okay. I don't hate them. I wouldn't mind wearing them though. So
Yeah.
maybe what I'd feel.
Get those alt twos out of here. The gray looks really good. I love their gray.
The gray is
Gray is
sick.
seriously one of the best.
The gray is
Not
sick.
one of the best. They're a top 10 jersey for sure.
I'm with you because dude, you do all gray uniform, especially when you got a bright color in there to make it pop.
Mhm.
Tough. The all green is maybe bottom 10 for
I
me.
think they they play against the Rams with that. I think so.
Whoever they played, I hope they stomped them. I hope the Seahawks got stomped in those jerseys and never wear them again because I hate them.
Yeah.
I hate the green
bueno.
ones.
No bueno.
The gray is tight, and the all navy I think is classic.
Yeah.
They're just all right. I'm leaning somewhere B or C.
Yeah. I think the gray carries it to a B.
Okay.
That's what I'll say.
I'll accept that take.
The alt twos. Oh my goodness.
So bad. Bucks.
I'm rocking with the Bucks jerseys. That
love the
logo
bronze.
is one of my favorite. Those
Dude.
logos are sick. The charcoal gray, or what do they call it? They have a weird word for it. I got to know now.
It's like those bronze kind of colored helmets
Yeah.
are so cool, and I'm with you. The logo is amazing. Dude,
One
the
of the
pirate
best.
flag. Come on. The white looks great.
Yeah. White looks so good.
I like them. I like them a lot. There's not a whole lot to like dislike about them.
They got a pirate ship at their stadium too. That's sick. That's sick.
Everything's cool about the logo, about
Yeah.
the mascot. I like it. I might go high as A.
Yeah. I would be completely fine with it as an A.
They're cool.
Ain't no complaints. Tie-ins, this is where I just don't know. This is a dude.
I don't really like them.
I wish they didn't have the gray face mask. Those are on my nerves. Those are really on my nerves.
Just don't love the logo. Don't love the color combos.
But this is where I like two different of one color.
they do that
This
pretty
is
well with
fine.
their
Yes,
navy jersey.
The two-tone.
The navy jersey. Well, both of them look pretty good. I
Okay.
don't like them all that much.
Yeah.
They're all right. They're all right.
Big fan of Taylor Lewan. Buzzing with the boys.
Yeah. Funny.
Yeah.
Funny dude.
I wanted the Bengals to sign him. And then they got Orlando Brown, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. How much money do you have left?
Yeah.
They're all right, dude. I'm like C tier on them.
Yeah,
Honestly.
that makes total sense. Imagine them with like a gray, an all gray.
Titans with all gray would be
That would
sick.
be good.
That would be tough. They're just all right.
Yeah,
They're whatever. I don't like the all teal.
yeah.
Yeah.
They the teal with navy blue pants.
I could rock
They
with it.
did. Who
Yeah.
did they play against? I just remember seeing Derrick Henry take like a
Yeah.
70-yard touchdown run in him. I'm like, okay, now the jersey looks a little bit better.
I know the player you're talking about.
Oh,
Here they are.
I'm rocking with them.
Dude,
I like them.
The Washington
They got
Commanders.
so much hate, but I like them.
I'm with you too, and that's an all red uniform. I like.
Yes, that's how you do a modern W, like a logo.
Yes.
Like people mess up like going too modern or trying to do retro instead. I like them.
Dude,
I do.
Let me tell you a feature that I love: the all black uniforms with the numbers on the side of the helmet with a W in the middle.
Yes.
I don't know why it's just sick. I like the W in the middle with a number. Like they're really cool.
Yeah. I love when helmets will be like an oversized logo and then a number on one side. Bishop Gorman did it a couple years
Cool.
ago.
That's a cool look. I love these. I love these uniforms.
Yeah,
I
they're
really
good.
do. I don't know why they got so much hate.
That's people are not going to like this take.
No,
This
they're
is
not.
a great uniform.
It is, and like the all black because they're toned down with just enough. Here's one thing that I would add a little bit is maybe some form of like some type of stripe on the pant.
Yeah. Do you like the name Commanders? I wish I would have done anything else.
Yeah,
Like
it's
they had some
whatever.
cool names, like something with hogs, like war hogs.
Yeah, they had like Warhogs and like Red Wolves is one
Yeah,
of
that would
them.
have been sick.
I thought both of those would have been cool.
That'd have been
Commanders,
sick.
Commanders is just that was a really mid pick.
Yeah.
I didn't love it.
Wolves would have been sick, dude.
Wolves would have been great, and Hogs would have been sick too.
Oh.
Like those are both great pulls, but I think they just leaned into to being the capital a little bit
Yeah.
too much. The Commanders.
If they did
Come on.
hogs and had an A10 on the side of that, a war hog.
Hey Pop, you watch it? Just an actual A10. My dad would have been a Washington fan immediately. All allegiance anywhere else is gone. We would be going to Washington games. He'd be like, "Hey man, I got his tickets." For those of you that don't know, my pop was an A10 pilot, and obviously loves them. Loves
The
jet.
best plane, dude. Oh,
It is tough.
I wish I could like just ride in one.
Pop's
That
getting
would
on the
be-
podcast, dude.
Yeah?
I'm getting Pop on the podcast. No
Yeah?
doubt, dude. I gotta do an episode with
That should
that.
be awesome.
Dude's got some stories, as you can imagine. Dude's got some stories. I'm gonna say nothing. I'm gonna be like, so what about
He's
this?
gonna talk the whole time.
Just let him go. Just let him go. I love these, dude. I'm
Yeah.
S tier on these.
Yeah,
Honestly.
S tier.
That's how high I go on these. I love these uniforms. I love the all black. I really like the red, the white. I like it all. And people hate these. I love
Yeah,
them.
and I like the shiny red helmet. I forgot the
Me
word
too.
for it.
Me too.
That works.
What do you think? Where do you put them?
Yeah,
Where
I
do
was
you
gonna
put
do A
All right.
because I do like the Eagles one more personally. I guess it's just green.
I think that's
Yeah.
it.
You like the number, how they do like the little dots in the number.
I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
It's a little different, a little split. So, A from the bottom to the top, garbage tier. We got Bears.
the Bears.
Understandable.
They're staying there.
Houston. The Bears and Houston are the ones we threw in garbage tier, and I threw the 49ers down there. So, think
They're
what you
just
want.
not.
I get it. I get why you wouldn't think so, and man, I get why a lot of people wouldn't think so. I hate them. Hate them. They're ugly. D tier, Chiefs, Pats, Giants.
Yeah, solid D tier.
Right?
Solid.
That feels so
Yeah.
D tier.
Yeah.
C tier starts to get a little bit more populated. We got the Falcons, the Panthers, Broncos, Raiders, Titans.
That's a good.
It's a solid
Yeah.
C tier.
Because you have things that you like about each of them,
Yeah,
but they're not special.
but you wouldn't want to wear them. The only one that I'd be close to bumping up, honestly, would maybe be the Raiders, just because I really like the black. Like I always like that. I thought it was tough. Raiders or the Falcons could really be bumped up a little bit.
Where are the Saints? Where do we put the Saints?
But the Saints and B. B tier is the Cowboys, Lions,
Yeah.
Jags,
Yeah.
Vikings, Saints, Jets. You threw the 49ers in there, and the
Uh-huh.
Seahawks. Honestly, the two, like the one that I could bump up would be the Jets, and the one I
Yeah.
could bump down would be the Jags.
Okay. I would say bump down the Saints.
Yeah,
Gibby's gonna kill me.
I know Gibby's gonna be pissed.
That's okay.
I would bump down the Jags, and I would bump up the Jets.
Yeah.
I could see bumping down the Saints too. Really, or whatever. A tier: Baltimore,
Mm-hmm.
Bills,
Mm-hmm.
Colts,
Mm-hmm.
Rams,
Yep.
Miami,
Yep.
Eagles, and the Bucks. That's a good
That's
A tier.
good. Yeah.
It's a very good A tier.
I got.
I would like to know who would disagree. I would like to know because that's a good A tier. S tier, we got Bengals, Chargers, and I put the Washington Commanders in there with the best uniforms in the NFL.
See, I think if they're in the S, then the Eagles have to be in the S.
I could understand that
There's
bump.
an argument there.
I totally could understand that bump, and you're probably right.
And I'm shocked you with the red.
I
It's
know,
not really a
I
red,
know.
it's more
I
of a
think it's
maroon.
yeah. I'm about to say, I think they just go a little bit darker on it. I really on the red. I just don't like the Commanders across the
Yeah,
top.
that's-
Honestly, I'm probably hyping them a little bit too much. I could almost switch out the Eagles and the Commanders, put the Eagles in S tier, drop the Commanders to A tier. Like
Those blacks are sick.
the black is so cool. The black is so cool. I think they're all great. I think they're all great. That wraps up the tier list. I think that that's a pretty good tier list,
Yeah.
man. I want to know what y'all think. If you've got any hot takes or takes that you thought were hot from us, please.
I just don't see how you put the Bengals below A. Like, you can make an
Nah.
argument that they're not S, but you kind of can't at the same time.
I know
This is
you
where I'll
gotta
die
like
on the
really
hill.
maybe like you gotta really hate like the helmets or something.
Yeah.
Like if you just hate the tiger stripe,
Yeah.
maybe that's the only way to go there. But
Like, all the combinations with the black top, white pants, white top, black pants, they just look good. And the orange
look
jersey, too. Mark got an orange Joe Burrow one. Sick.
yeah, I know. The orange is. I always liked orange as a color in general, but that
Except for the Bears and the Broncos not doing it
Ooh.
right.
yeah, not quite. The Bears especially tanking that color. I mentioned earlier, me and Jake, chopping it up about fantasy all the time. We were in the same league. What, 8-man?
Yeah, we did an
league?
8-man Superflex PPR.
Superflex PPR league. So obviously with Superflex, the only call is to go 2 QB, right? So that's pretty much what everybody did.
Yeah.
There was one team every once in a while that would like have, I think it was mainly Michael Paul. Maybe?
Yeah.
It was Michael Paul that he would
He just stacked his wide receivers.
just wide receiver only. Like he had a great wide receiver core, and it was a good season for me and Mark.
Yeah.
For me and Mark. So Jake drafted his brother Mark's team.
Mark was too sleepy because we had to do a late night draft. I think it was.
Right.
I want to say it was like right before the season started. Like we might have did the day before. Like
It
the
was.
night
It was
before.
close.
Like
was
the
close.
Bills and Rams played, and we did like the night before because there was like a cutoff. There's not a cutoff, but you want to get all the games in.
Yeah. Yeah, he drafted Mark's team for him.
And I did so good. I did so good. Every player fell to him. He had Jalen Hurts, Kelsey, and Lamar Jackson. So you have two top 5. Well, Lamar was hurt for a little bit, but still, like when both of them got together, and he had two kind of middle of the pack, two top 10 wide receivers. I'm trying to remember his running backs. He might have had Amon-Ra. Like guys that just produce.
Absolutely stacked team.
Yeah.
Early year predictions, he stayed in first
Yeah.
pretty much for predictions the whole year. I drafted well. I had a really good draft. Had a late round pick for Josh Jacobs. I took Josh Jacobs
Yeah.
maybe in the 3rd or 4th round, something like that.
That still haunts me.
Obviously that paid off.
I didn't draft him in a single league.
That hurts.
I hated him.
That hurts. He was that guy for fantasy this past
Yeah.
year. Otherwise, I mean, I feel like me and him were the two teams
Yeah.
all year for the most part,
We talk about Connor's comeback.
dude. So this whole year, like me and Mark are pretty much.
Running away with it.
Yeah. Your team was good too.
Yeah.
You were getting a lot of points put up against you.
Yeah. I wasn't special enough to be
Not quite.
in that top 4. But then
My
we
buddy
changed
Connor
it.
was doing
Yeah,
really
he
well. So we had
was.
2 Connors in the league.
'Cause he got Justin Fields off the waiver right.
That was because I
right
dropped
before
him.
me.
That's because
You
I dropped
did?
him. Yeah, that was one that I definitely regret because
Dang.
I think because I was hurting quarterbacks early. By the end of the year, I was playing, I had Tua and Josh Allen.
Oh, and Tua started off good.
Tua started off super hot, but either I got him off the waivers or I wasn't playing him, something like that. And I was playing Justin Fields, and
Yeah.
he was just absolutely tanking early in the year. And I dropped him. I had Aaron Rodgers too, so I ended up
remember that,
completely
yeah.
switching up my quarterbacks.
I remember that.
It was Justin Fields, Aaron Rodgers, and I ended up getting.
And Justin just flipped a switch.
Did I have Josh Allen? I had Josh Allen, right? Yeah, because I took him early, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I told you because the super flex, you got to go quarterback early.
Yeah, so
That's
I
the
went.
only time quarterback early is okay, and I would die on that hill.
I'm with you. These guys that you get in leagues and they're taking
Patrick Mahomes
quarterbacks.
in the second round.
Come on, man.
And 12-man PPR.
Come on, man. You got Kelsey sitting on the board. You've got wide receiver ones everywhere.
I get it after the fourth round. Fourth round is like, okay.
Fourth round.
Yeah.
I could see fourth round if you want a heavy hitter at
Yeah.
QB.
Guess who I got in like the seventh round last year?
Who's that?
Jalen Hurts.
Dude, if you get Jalen Hurts in the seventh round,
And
somebody's
everybody
screwed.
dogged me for it. Everybody was like, "Oh, that's a terrible pick. You can't throw the ball." I was like, "Okay, watch."
Yeah,
and then
okay.
3 weeks in, they're trying to trade for him. I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah.
That's not. And that's why I'm going to buy his jersey because he won me my league.
Jalen Hurts is him, and that's such a great pick, seventh round. Wow,
I
getting
know.
Jalen Hurts seventh round is ridiculous, especially in PPR. That's
Rushing
crazy.
Quarterbacks are king.
But the whole year, man, me and Mark are running away with it for the most part. And we have one dude that we work with. Well, I've got a buddy of mine named Connor. we have another Connor that
be
we.
a little confusing.
Yeah, we have another
We
Connor
can say
that we work with.
British, and then we can say Connor.
Yeah, we got British. British is one Connor who is the British Connor. Then we
Yeah.
have a true red-blooded American Connor, my buddy. British over here was so bad.
Terrible.
He was so bad all year, projected last for most of the year,
I think he was like 3-7 or 4-7.
and then
And
went on a run.
Rattles off.
Went on a run.
Never's played fantasy before.
Never played fantasy. Doesn't watch football.
No.
Of course.
And he just asks us questions, and guess what we answer? And we tell him what waiver wire to pick up. Because he drafted... Who did he draft? He drafted a free agent who wasn't on a team. It was an old Falcons backup.
Oh yeah,
What's his name?
he drafted somebody that
In the fourth round.
It's not even signed.
In the fourth round.
It's not even
He
signed.
wasn't on a team. He never was on a team.
that's like one of those guys that picks up OBJ.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like early.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna sign him.
Doesn't
Doesn't play. Doesn't play the whole year. But whole year, me and Mark are doing great. We get to the playoffs, running the playoffs, get to the semifinals. This dude, our British Connor, has sneaked his way
Yeah.
into the semifinals after a crazy run.
And he beat Gannon.
No,
Yeah,
he beat Connor. I think he beat my buddy Connor, right?
Who else was in the Winston?
Winston,
Other
yeah.
Sean.
Another Sean.
Okay.
So we had two Connors, two Seans. And he was beating, our British Connors out here beating really good teams. And then it boils down to, in the other side of the bracket, Connor wins out, and he's made it to the finals. British Connor makes it to the finals.
I still don't know how Michael Paul didn't run the table.
Michael
His
Paul's
so
team was
good.
so good.
He drafted at the end, so he had the 8th, 9th pick, and somehow he got Jamar.
I tried
and
so hard to get
Pettis.
Saquon from him.
I know, yeah.
I tried to trade for Saquon so many times.
Jalen Waddle and Damian Pierce, all those guys just hit. But then
He had a good team. I
Yeah.
think he lost to Connor. Connor was
He
running
did.
the table,
He
and
did.
and he went to the finals. And it's me and Mark.
Mhm.
It's me and Mark in the semifinals, and we had which we have to change this year. We got to play more honest. We had no trade deadline. We opened the trade deadline.
Oh yeah, I turned it off.
So there was just straight up politicking.
yeah.
There was just politicking all playoffs, and me and Mark built these super
Yeah.
teams.
The
Whoever
best teams I've ever seen before.
it was
It was
absolutely
every
ridiculous.
good player in the league. Was it
Every top 10 player in the league.
star
we had.
8 plus a quarterback? So the top
Yeah.
18 players in the league were
I
on
mean,
these two teams.
They were the most dominant teams. Our projected points was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think.
it might have been touching 200. It might
Yeah,
have been
it was
over.
crazy. It was absolutely crazy, and this was the Bills.
It was Bengals.
Bills
Damar
Bengals.
Hamlin.
Damar Hamlin falls out. thank God he recovered and is healthy, trying to come back and play.
Whopper.
Dude, he's trying to come back and play, right?
Yeah. And
So-
I think they're going to let him. I think I just saw something about that.
I respect the tenacity, but that's scary.
Yeah, no, I'm taking that check and
Yeah, I'm bouncing. I'm gonna probably bounce. But dude, so we played this game with all of the points that I scored from my Bills players and my Bengals players when they called the game, right? With the points I had already scored, I beat Mark.
yeah.
And that was with, I had 3 players or so in that game. I had him beat. It was game over. And I was going to the finals. And this was a paid league, so it wasn't anything crazy. We all dropped a 20 piece on it,
Yeah.
There's a little pot to pay out. So there's like a level of investment there, which is why we got to turn that trade deadline off because that's so dirty.
Yeah,
That's so
we won't
dirty.
do that again.
We can't do
That
that.
was awesome,
Not in a
though.
paid league, but that's funny.
And then Connor did the all Jets team for the last couple.
Yeah, I know. It was so good. Our red-blooded American Connor went all Jets because he's a Jets fan. Completely Jets team for his consolation game. And hey, man, so whenever we're playing the semifinals game and I beat Mark, whenever I beat Mark. We go back and look one day. We're sitting there at work.
It was a Wednesday
Yeah, it was.
because that's when you'd work.
Yep, we were sitting there, and I'm like, "Hey, man, it's time to set lineups for the finals." I've got Connor in the finals. I think I've got a cupcake W to the
Yeah, because this is Redcoats Connor.
Yes, this is a Redcoat Connor.
He had a bad team, but he's just finding ways to win.
We look on Wednesday, and this is after I looked at it Monday. I looked at it. I think there was a Monday night game, that Bills game. It was either
It was Monday Night Football.
And I looked at it Tuesday, and it was saying that I won.
Yep.
I look at it Wednesday.
waiver.
They took away all of my points. They took away every point.
Yeah.
Every point from that game. Not did they just
Yeah.
leave it. Not did they match the average. They took away the points like the game never happened.
I've never seen an individual more upset ever.
Broken.
Ever.
Spirit was broken.
That didn't like physically act out. that didn't take it to a.
I was
another level.
close.
I feared for our customers at Gibby's that day. That was bad. That was really and I was laughing. I know I was laughing because I was at like 7th place at that point because I gave all my players away like earlier in the year because I was trying to get Mark to win because I drafted his team. He was going to let me have a little payout.
Yeah.
I was going to get a percentage.
The politicking got too deep.
Yeah, that's not going to happen this year.
It got
He
too
can draft
deep.
his own team.
He better. Man, because I hope it's not as good. But my God, was I angry.
Yeah.
Like never in my life. And that was just, my heart
Yeah.
was broken.
I was in another league where it was like that week was the final. Like I guess it was like week 16, week 17. I don't think it was 18 yet, but it was a championship in one of my in my best ball league, and they took away the points and they called it how it was. And the other dude had all his team. Like he didn't have any Bengals or Bills players. So it took away my points, and I lost by like 1 point. It was like 119 to 118.
I think I lost to Mark by 4 or 5 points,
Yeah.
something like that. And I had him beat by like 15, 16 points.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So, next year, Revenge Tour.
Yeah, I'm revenge tour.
Speaking of next year,
Gotta get into it.
dude,
Big
I'm
game.
excited.
Very excited.
I think that there's going to be a lot of cool young offensive weapons. You've got some rookie quarterbacks likely to be starting. You've got Aaron Rodgers in a different
Yeah.
city. You've got, and like I said, some really cool rookie players. So, your top 3 guys outside of the quarterback position.
Oh,
Outside of the quarterback position, your top 3 guys for this year, PPR. I think I think there's an easy one in there.
it's easily Jettas at 1.
You think so?
Well, that's what he is on ESPN. He's the number 1. He's
Where's
the
it?
101.
Mine was Eckler.
Yeah.
Where's Eckler?
See, I don't know if he's going to hold out or anything with the money because they're not paying him.
Yeah, I know.
That concerns me. And that's just like the little things. Because he's a dog. And I had to play him in like 2 championship games, and I was terrified. But then they were doing so well. They started being somebody, and they like took him out of the game.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
Jettas at 1 makes sense. That makes sense.
Would I spend the first on him? Probably not, because my first picks never work out. Never. I had McCaffrey. So in like my main league with all like my friends from high school, it's it'll be our 4th year. The first year, second place, I lost, and that was with drafting McCaffrey first overall. Second year, I drafted first, or I might have did McCaffrey again, and I'm like, okay, he's still my favorite player at the time. He gets hurt again.
Yep.
And then I did Jonathan Taylor, but I traded him, and guess what? I won the league. That was it was 2 years, because I got second 2 years in a row, and I was like, this is not sliding again. And so I traded for an absolute super team. And
Your top 3 guys offensively this year, right? Who are you going with? Your top 3. Say you're an early pick, and you're in the 1 to 3 range. Snake draft. Who you think you're getting? Top 3.
Jettas, Eckler, McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I love McCaffrey with that line in Shanahan's offense. Sure, there's durability issues because every running back in that Shanahan system gets hurt, but that is
and the way he runs.
I know.
He
Front flipping over people.
dude, that's reckless abandon.
It is.
That's why it's why he's so good too.
But then I see his like off-season training videos, and he's just a dog.
He is, and I think as long as the injuries don't keep stacking up too much, he's got at least a few really good years left in him.
And I will handcuff him. If I spend that high of a pick, I will be drafting Elijah Mitchell late in the draft.
Okay.
So if he gets hurt, guess what?
Yeah, that's not a bad
give
call.
Elijah Mitchell the rock.
That's not a bad call.
I love handcuffing running backs.
I think it's hard for me not to go. I don't know, man. Justin Jefferson feels like a lock. Certainly feels like a lock.
With Addison there to kind of take the pressure off his back. Didn't want to bring him up because I'm definitely leaving every draft with Addison.
If I'm picking outside of, what's the quarterback situation look like in Vegas right now?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
So it makes me a little nervous to go Devontae Adams super early. Because he's a touchdown machine too.
He is.
So if
have Aaron Rodgers throwing him the rock,
I know,
or Derek Carr, because they're
Derek
college buddies.
Yeah,
so he's going to feed him. You don't know with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah. So I'm not sure about that pick. Devontae might slip a little bit for me. The two, outside of Jettas, who I go with, probably Jamar Chase, man.
Yeah.
Like, geez, come on. You've got the plug there with Burrow throwing him the rock. They like each other. Come on, and he's incredible. So I feel like those two. And then, the one we didn't talk about, Cooper Kupp.
I know. The thing with Cooper Kupp is that he's not a big body receiver. And this is, I guess, my third favorite player if I want to rank every single person I like in the NFL. But I feel like he does too much for the Rams offense for him to be, like you saw, durability. He ran out last year.
Yeah.
He got injured. And sure, it wasn't his fault, but, it makes sense.
The thing I like about Kupp is he creates separation.
Yeah.
Almost every route he runs.
He's a surgeon. That boy is a surgeon.
He's going to get separation at some point in
That's
that route.
Dr. Kupp.
That's Dr. Kupp. Yeah, 100%. He's tough in his route running. I think that's why he's so good, man.
And he blocks like a dog.
He does.
He's just an extension of the line.
He has a really good football mind, and it's very obvious.
And he has McVay calling plays for him.
Yeah.
And Stafford can
literally for him.
Yeah.
Literally
he is
for
their
him.
offense. Cam Akers running the ball.
Yeah.
Who I like this year.
Yeah, I like Cam Akers.
Cam Akers.
I like Cam Akers. We'll see if the Rams have any good production at all this year. I think Cooper Kupp needs to be healthy for them to be any good.
The thing is you can draft him and then trade him like week 5, week 6.
Yeah.
Get 3 assets out of him. Because he's going to produce early season. I mean, he's a PPR monster.
Jettas, Jamari Chase, Kupp. I don't know if you go wrong with any of them. Spending around one.
Those are the top 3 wide receivers. In my opinion.
I think you could take any of them with your. And then from there, running backs, man, it's so hard for me not whether he holds out or not, just to go Eckler.
Yeah.
Because what was I sent you a stat one day about him? He would be if you took all his touchdowns away.
Yeah.
If you took every one of his touchdowns away, he would have been like
RB7. 7. I think.
Like what?
I think it was 7.
That's unbelievable.
That's insane.
That's unbelievable. He'd be RB7 with 0 touchdowns. Yeah. He touches the rock a lot. In the past game,
yeah,
a lot.
Hopefully Quentin Johnson helps free him up a little bit.
Here's
Teams have to drop back a little more.
here's the big question, right? There's obvious picks out there: Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. That are just you can't miss on running back wise. I think JT still, even with injury issues.
I have no opinion on him. I have no idea what to do with JT.
I think he's going to be a good pick. He's blazing fast.
Yeah.
He comes in healthy.
He's physically built like the perfect running back.
He is.
That's who he can catch the ball. He can run.
He's a stud. I don't think you can go wrong with picking him. My big question is which rookie running back produces more, Gibbs or Bijan?
Bijan, 100%. I would spend if I'm picking later in drafts, like into the first round, like in the 8-man. Like if he falls to 8-9, I'm gonna grab him. Think about Saquon's rookie year, Ezekiel Elliott's rookie year, and I think the Cowboys O-line when Zeke was there was great, but Atlanta has a good offensive line. And he has good enough weapons around him to take a little bit pressure off. He has a good backup running back, so he's going to get I forget the word for it, but he's going to get the good carries.
Yeah.
Like they're going to give him quality carries with a good offensive line, with a fullback to block for him. And he's a dog.
Yeah.
He's just a dog.
Big body, fast.
But in PPR, do you want Gibbs catching the ball?
Here's the thing: is Jared Goff is, dude. I don't care what anybody says. He's a great quarterback.
Jared Goff. I will defend. That is a great first overall pick.
He's a great quarterback.
I'm like, that is a good first overall pick.
I like Jared Goff, and the thing is that I think Gibbs is much more involved in the pass game because they're even speaking on him possibly, lining up in the slot a good bit.
Yeah.
And when he touches the ball, he's explosive, man. So if you get him the ball in space, he does remind me very much of a guy like Eckler, who's not a big body, but he's super springy, super fast, great in the open field.
And a good offensive line.
And a good offensive line.
My issue is that I know they'll put in Montgomery goal line, so his touchdowns are going to drop. But I think his pass catching is going to carry him.
Yeah, but that's the thing I think about red zone too is running zig routes, setting, screenplay. Like Gibbs will be involved, but I think you're right that he might take the hit on the touchdowns a little bit more, especially being that third down type of needing a little bit bigger body. But I don't know. You say that they might stick him in there to spring over the line.
I know.
So I don't know. That's a tough one, and just because of my Bama bias, I want to say Jahmyr Gibbs, but I love Bijan.
And Gibby hating on Bijan, that about sent me over the edge.
I know. I addressed him about it too. I was like, did I hear you hating on Bijan Robinson? And he was saying he was just doing it to make Winston mad. Understandable. Understandable.
It was a great pick.
It is.
I get drafting Jalen Carter, but why draft somebody with a question mark when you can draft somebody with a period on the end? Like, that's a declarative statement.
People absolutely hate drafting high on running backs now. I don't get if you see a guy who is a good football player and they can add to your offense year one. Because that's what you look for in running backs. Yeah. You want young talent. Najee Harris, that pick was so he could be inserted in the offense immediately. Had a huge rookie year. That's what you want with an early round running back pick. So I don't think it's a bad pick at all. I don't think Jahmyr Gibbs is a bad pick either.
No. I would have loved Bijan to go to the Eagles. Holy crap.
Dude, I would have loved Jahmyr to go to the Eagles. I wish.
I know. I thought he was going to fall. Once Bijan went that early, I was
know.
like, nobody's going to draft him.
Well, you went 13?
Yeah. 13 or 12.
And then, the thought of, you want me to strap on an Eagles jersey and he's faster? Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, and Jahmyr Gibbs being there. Oh, that would have been too much for me. I would have had to have been.
It's like all Bama on offense and then Georgia on defense.
I know. I know. Just bulldog-ridden defense.
Great picks. I'm so glad Nolan Smith didn't go to the Chiefs.
Me
they
too,
would have drafted him. And he's such a good leader. Like, that's who you want to draft.
I like Nolan Smith a lot.
I do.
He seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. Crazy fast.
Yeah.
Crazy fast.
I don't care about undersized.
He's big to be that fast. You know what I mean?
I know.
So, you combine it. Like, he's going to hit somebody.
I know.
He's going to hit somebody.
It's like
he's
the
gonna
same
get
thing with Will Anderson. They're talking about size because, like, Tyree Wilson, like, that's a true end. Dude. We're not in true end age anymore. Well, we are. Like, if you got a true end, you got like Bosa and Watt. Like, that's different. We got guys who can play off ball a little bit.
A little bit more technique driven.
Yes.
And Will Anderson just has, like, power forward arms.
And then look at the running backs people are going after, like Jahmyr, Kamara, Eckler, McCaffrey, like they all catch the ball. You want a D end who can fly out and get there when a back catches a little swing pass.
Yeah. Top PPR rankings, starting with, let's go, I want to go backwards here because they started with quarterbacks. Let's start with tight ends. Obviously,
Kelsey, dude.
you need you even say more.
Yeah. He's going to, it'll be his last year 1 year. But for this year again, I'm going to draft him until he hurts me. He's never hurt me before.
He puts up wide receiver 1 points.
I think every year I drafted Kittle my first year, but for the past 3 years I've drafted Kelsey in the second round. As much as I can.
Kelsey's a dog. It's Kelsey, Mark Andrews, Hawkinson, Waller, Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Ertz, number 6. So I think Kelsey's the only one you reach on a top.
Yeah, and he's going
top
on
pick
ESPN. He's the 8th overall right now.
Yeah, it's understandable. I would try to grab a guy I'm kind of hot on Hawkinson this year.
Yeah,
I'd try to grab him maybe round 5.
He produced
so.
last year when he got traded to the Vikings. He did well.
Yeah, I would. That's a round 5 or 6 pick.
Yeah,
if he's sitting there.
I don't hate Kittle at all. Brock Purdy not playing kind of worries me. Trey Lance, Kittle did not do good when Trey Lance was a quarterback.
Yeah,
With Sam Darnold starting it off, I'm fine with Sam Darnold.
Honestly,
I don't hate Sam Darnold.
I might draft. I would draft maybe Goddard or Kyle Pitts before I drafted him.
That makes sense.
I think Pitts is due for.
He is.
For some.
It's going to happen 1 year.
It will.
He's too good of a player to have last year.
He's just a huge receiver.
And also, they got Jonnu Smith to be a real tight end.
Mm-hmm.
So that's reassuring.
Blocking plays. Wide receivers, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp.
Well, I want to ask you about Mark Andrews. How do you feel about Mark Andrews?
I like him. I like Mark Andrews a lot. I think he's just, the injury thing's always a little bit of a concern. I like him a lot.
And how's he going to be with real wide receivers around him this year?
Yeah,
is Lamar still going to favor him?
I was just about to say, is he going to score more or less?
Yeah.
Is he going to take more heat off of him so he gets thrown to more?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. I'm just not all that hot on him this year. For no particular reason.
Yeah.
He'll probably produce.
Yeah.
Good red zone target.
Great red zone target.
So
I like Zay Flowers as a player, not in fantasy though.
Yeah.
I'm not going to draft him in any fantasy.
I understand it.
Because now it's just kind of crowded with you have Andrews and then everybody else. Like Odell. It's not first 4 seasons Odell or 3 seasons.
No, he'll be good.
He'll steal some touchdowns.
And he'll definitely attract some attention.
Mm-hmm.
Which will be good for the rest of the receiver core. I'm excited to watch that offense.
Yeah. That running. Well, they got rid of their OC, which I was not a fan of. I liked that run game. That run game was one of the best run games. Getting your quarterback involved with J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, and what's that fullback? Ricard, Patrick something.
I love the fact they still had the true fullback play in there.
But now they got George's OC in there. I don't know how it's going to change.
We'll see. It'll be fun to watch just because they feel a little different this year.
Yeah.
Feels like a different Baltimore offense than you've seen the last 5 years.
Are you drafting Lamar or Joe Burrow? Because in ESPN they're going Joe is one spot in front of Lamar.
Joey B.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Injury concerns always there with Lamar. PPR monster, of course. But yeah, man, I just like Joe Burrow that much too.
Yeah.
I have big trust in Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I think he's that good, and I'd always rather go with something a little bit more reliable, like picking a Justin Fields.
It's like saying Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, exactly. And I just like the security of having that true QB, pocket passing type of QB, who can still move if they need to.
With touchdowns, can get you're going to get around 20 points.
Yeah.
You're going to have a safe floor there.
It's just not part of the.
Yeah.
It's just when the running is not a part of their game plan. I just feel a little bit more.
You're going to have Justin Fields get 43 points.
Yeah, just whenever they pop off, they'll pop off. And that's where it's super rewarding. And now if we run another 2 QB league, I'm getting one in the other.
Yeah.
One for that pop off potential. Wide receivers: Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Jamari Chase, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. 6 spots, Diggs, and then they've got CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, AJ, Jalen Waddle.
See, I just love having. Well, I did with last year with the stack team that I traded for. Just having CD and AJ Brown as my 2 wide receivers, They're 2 top 10 wide receivers in PPR. They're 2 wide receiver ones. They're going to get the ball. And then you go boom or bust with your running backs. You go McCaffrey. I traded for Derrick Henry. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a stacked team with
Yeah.
Kelsey. And it's a lot easier to say hindsight, but it's like Jalen Hurts was kind of a risky pick last year. Like, when you think about, he was not very good the year before.
No, he was
beat
higher
by the
risk
Bucs
last
in the
year for
playoff.
sure.
But I saw, they drafted A.J. Brown for him. You got Devontae Smith in the draft.
You put players around a guy who really wants more than anything to win.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna
They have
produce.
to show. And sure, he got paid, but he's not all about the money. He wants to win. Like, he
Yeah.
got paid, but you can tell he really just wants to win.
Yeah, that's a guy that anybody will want to be your quarterback. Any
Yeah.
physical attributes, give or take, the attitude of wanting to win more than anything, they'll put numbers up just because that's what they have to do to win. And that's a more
Like
that
the
gives more
Super Bowl.
security.
He got hate for the Super Bowl because of last throw. Dude,
I know.
he set a touchdown record.
I know.
Right? He set some type of record. I don't want to be wrong. But he was a dog in the Super Bowl.
He played great. He played
did.
great football. There were some mistakes there.
Yeah.
But like whenever you're trusted with the ball
Yeah.
in your hands, and what's it, year 3?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You can't say he lost it.
No, you
That's-
can't.
And that's
no,
where
he put him in a
people-
position to win.
I know. And that's where I hate the argument, like, people were saying, oh, he's all about him because he wants to run the ball. Like, that makes no sense.
No, and because he
that's
doesn't
just
want
a
to.
non-football player take. in my
It is.
opinion.
It is. That's a casual
Yeah,
take.
that's a very casual take. You don't get it.
No, just because he can run
I know.
doesn't mean that's what he wants to
And
do.
guess
I
what?
guarantee it's not what he wants to do.
He's great at it.
Oh, he's
He
amazing
is
at it.
so great at it.
You could line him up in the backfield. He's so good at it, and he's one of those guys too. To say, even guys like Lamar, to say that these quarterbacks want to run more than they want to throw the ball, I think is so silly.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's like, hey man, you're in the National Football League. You have safeties that are 6'2", 220, flying at you at 4.4, 4.5 speed, ready to decapitate you. You don't want to get hit by those guys. You don't. So it's silly to say that. That's why running backs are a dangerous position. You're getting
know.
hit by those. You
I know.
are getting hit by those guys. You're getting hit by linebackers and
I know.
DNs too. The quarterbacks don't want that. So that's kind of a silly take. But I'm hot on. I'm definitely hot on CD. CD. I always am. Amon Ra. I like them both a
Yeah.
lot. I like them both a lot.
Yeah.
Like they're going to produce, and if you don't go snag one of those top 4, top 5 guys,
Yeah, I know.
then
You got to have
They're
one
right
of
there.
them. You got to have one of these top 10 guys.
you have.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I like having a wide receiver in the flex. I'd rather have 3 good wide receivers than 3 good running backs, if that makes sense. Because it's
I'm
PPR.
100% with you.
It's PPR. They're going to get points when they catch the ball.
It is. That is a huge piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
On top of the fact that, dude, I feel like every single year you're bound to find a really good running back on the waiver wire.
Thank you.
Ramondre Stevenson was your perfect example last
James
year.
Robinson to start. Yeah, Ramondre.
Dude,
Yeah.
I picked up Ramondre maybe like week 5.
Yeah.
And he's just lighting it up.
I know.
You're gonna find
I think
that.
he finished like 9th overall or
He
something
was
like that.
he was absolutely huge, and now he's way up on the running back rankings.
know.
And people are going to reach on him.
I know. I'm
People are
scared
gonna
to
reach.
draft him.
I would like to draft him, but I'm not going to draft him after before round 5, 6. Like, come on, you're gonna have people.
I think he's a
doing that.
4th round running back this year because it's just him there now. Before it was Damian Harris, and it was kind of split, but now it's just him. I forgot where Damian went. I think he went to the Bills.
They've got DeAndre Hopkins down there at 15.
I know,
and like
that's because Kyler's not playing.
yeah. I just think that he's one of those guys that he has such a big catch radius. And like he is a great route runner, he's going to produce. So I think it might be to
Think
put
about-
DK Metcalf over him is kind of like
I know.
I love DK. I love DK too. It's just like he hasn't stuffed the stat sheet the
I
way
know.
that that Hopkins seems to consistently. So
How do you feel about Tyreek?
dude, you can't. He's great.
I know.
He's just like he's your consistent deep threat.
I know. I just don't want to draft him. I
I
feel
feel. Why do
weird
I feel the
drafting
same
him.
way?
I know.
Why do I feel the same
It's
way?
a
Why would
gut
I? Why would I
thing.
almost rather draft Jalen Waddle?
I know. I'd rather wait 2 rounds
Yeah.
or 1 round.
He's another guy that people are going to reach on, and they'll probably burn us with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like people will
absolutely.
draft him, and they're going
He
to put up 30
does have
against us.
30-point games and
He
stuff
does.
like that, but he also has 1-point games.
Yeah,
2-point
yeah. I was about to say 8.
Like
he's
he had a
somewhat-
couple of those last year.
Yeah, but he's that big boom bust type of
Yeah.
guy. And then Jalen, I don't know. It feels like he's just maybe a little bit more consistent. And he's probably more consistent in the short mid game.
PPR.
So
It's all about catching the ball.
Now running backs, man.
Running backs are weird this year.
Here's what
dude.
got me. How about Austin Eckler, Christian McCaffrey, obviously. 3, Bijan Robinson at 3.
Yeah. I'm there. I'm drafting him that high.
It's understandable. Like, you have to, taking the risk on the rookie running back, I feel like is always a good strategy. I did it with Najee his rookie year. Lit it up.
I know.
Absolutely lit it up.
They drafted him for a reason. He got drafted 7th overall for a reason. You don't draft somebody 7th and not play him.
And that's coming off injury. Like, that's how good he is. He's going to produce.
Him and Gibbs, if that's my running back 1 and 2, I'm fine with that.
Dude, that could be huge. They've got Gibbs sitting at 16, which I think is a little wild to
On
put.
ESPN, he's going like the 31st overall pick.
That's
and then
interesting.
Bijan's the 7th. It goes Bijan, then Kelsey, then Tyreek.
That's very interesting.
Which I get it. And it goes, okay, so McCaffrey's the 5th. Then it goes Bijan, Kelsey, Tyreek, Jonathan Taylor, Barkley, Derrick Henry, Devontae Adams. Then it's like Stephon. Then I think it's Josh Jacobs, Stephon, and CeeDee Lamb.
Interesting. How do you feel about ETN this year?
I'm just a fan. I'm just a
like
fan,
him too.
and I'm prepared to get hurt because I'm going to reach on him. And I'm prepared to be hurt because why? I like him.
How about Tony Pollard?
I don't know. Because I like how good of a player he is, but is he going to be durable to take? Like, he's always been the second running back there that comes in with a burst.
He's a good PPR guy.
Yeah.
He's going to catch the ball.
And the Cowboys offense without Kellen Moore, I don't know.
I feel like if I have an early pick, it's going to be really hard for me not to spend one on Eckler or McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Even over Jetta's Cup.
Yeah.
I just want one of those guys. I want one of those guys so bad because if they stay healthy, they're just going to give you points all year.
I know. And I like the hero running back strategy, which is you draft.
Yeah.
Like you're at the 2nd overall, take Eckler.
Yep.
And then fill out everybody else.
Yep.
And then wait for Cam Akers
Yep,
in the back of the draft.
Exactly. And that's kind of where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Go grab a lower RB1.
Get your tight end early.
Yep.
Get elite wide receivers. Get an elite quarterback. That's when you take a quarterback early.
Yeah.
When you commit to a strategy like that. Like 0 running back, I'm on that train. I won a league last year doing 0 RB. I won it with ETN and some no-name running back.
Yeah.
One of the Dolphins rotating running backs.
Uh-huh.
It's just a revolving door in that offense.
And PPR, it can work.
Mm-hmm.
It can work because you just bank on receptions, especially if you got a good tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're hitting wide receiver 1 type of numbers on wide receiver 1, 2, and tight end. And your flex.
Kelsey would have been like wide receiver 3 last year.
Yeah, I know.
That's how many points he put up.
Yeah, he's
that's
insane.
That's he was like above Stephon Diggs in points. That's wild.
Absolute dog.
That's wild.
Quarterbacks. Obvious Patty Mahomes and
I
Josh
know.
Allen, 1, 2.
Guess what? You're never going to catch me with one of them on my team. I'm not spending a 3rd round pick on him. I will for Jay. Well, I'm going to draft Joe Burrow as much as I can this year, just because he's my favorite.
Yeah.
And also, Jalen Hurts. Like I'll spend a 4th on Jalen.
Mahomes, Allen, Jalen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. And after that, Justin Fields. Obviously PPR, so he's way up there. Justin Herbert, Deshaun Watson at 8, which is okay. Trevor Lawrence, then Dak Prescott.
I like Trevor this year.
Yeah,
I like Trevor a
man.
lot.
Tua's down at 13, which I thought was kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
probably just injury concerns.
Yeah,
Talking about wide receivers, you want to talk about Calvin Ridley?
I know.
I'm so big on Calvin Ridley this year. And I know my friends are going to watch it because I told them, and they're like, okay, well, listen. So I don't want to give all my cards, but I kind of want to because Calvin Ridley's a dog. He's an absolute animal. Let Trevor feed him. Give Trevor that wide receiver 1. You saw what Kirk did. Kirk's not a wide receiver 1.
No.
I mean, he is, but
Yeah,
love
but
him at
no.
Texas A&M.
Ridley in open space too. He's one of those guys that will absolutely
I know.
pad Trevor Lawrence's stats by catching slants,
Yeah.
by catching these little bubble screens and just chunking 5, 7, 10, 15 yards and then breaking off too. He's one of those guys. He's shifty. He's got great acceleration, good hands. He's what you want in wide receiver one,
And he's going low in drafts.
I know. It's so
Like-
that's got to be one to look out for because
Him
dude.
as your flex or your fourth wide receiver.
And I feel like this year is the draft strategy. You can absolutely
Yeah.
land on him late rounds.
I will be reaching on him though, because I don't want somebody else to draft him.
I wouldn't either. I
I might stack the Jags this year. Like go quarterback late, go Trevor, ETN, and Ridley is like a wide receiver too. That's a pretty nasty stack. How do you feel about Dalvin Cook?
I like Dalvin Cook. I think he's had some years in the league now, so it feels like his production's slowing down.
It is.
Just a little, So he would be a guy that I think because of his name, you're gonna have a lot of people go grab him early round, and I probably wouldn't.
No.
I probably wouldn't.
I'd take Ramondre before.
I would too. There's some other guys that I would definitely take earlier.
Are you touching Mixon at all?
I was about to say, dude, like I would probably take Joe Mixon before him, just in hopes that he scores a touchdown. Like, my God, I sat there so many. Dude, he just projected 17 points, and I was like, I can't wait for another 11-point game.
And then he does 53 plus points.
Out of nowhere.
He did 56.7, something nuts.
Thank God. And I tried to trade him so hard after that game. So hard. I was like, bro, he just scored 50. Take him. Give me Saquon.
Everybody.
I was too, man. And like no one took the bait. I was mainly trying to get Michael Paul. I was like, just give me Saquon, please. And take this 11-point monster off.
Saquon's a good top 10 pick in my opinion. I
Oh,
feel like
dude.
they're low on him this year.
I don't know why. They're sitting on 5 right here.
Oh.
Which is understandable.
In the whole ranking, he's like at the 10 spot or the 9, 10. I don't know what I said.
At 20, you've got Dameon Pierce, Like, those are the type of guys. I might rather have Dameon Pierce than Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He's
When
gonna
he
get
was
fed
good.
the ball.
Yeah.
He's young.
Yeah. His boom potential is a lot higher. And that might be kind of a hot take, but I probably would. They've got Alvin Kamara before Dameon Pierce, and he did not have the best year.
No, guess where
last
Kamara
year.
is going in these drafts? Or where ESPN has him. 43rd overall. 43rd. You got Breece Hall and Kenneth Walker above him.
Yeah, we're both looking at ESPN. I'm looking at like their position rankings, and I see that they got
James Conner at 47.
Yeah.
Why?
That one's odd.
You had him last year. He did good.
James Conner was consistent.
Yeah.
He put out consistent anywhere from 12 to 20-point games.
You want to know my sleeper pick this year?
Who was that?
Rashad White.
Oh.
I am so in on Rashad White
Tell me why.
because the GM's complimenting him. That's one thing. He's the sole back there. There's no more Ronald Jones. There's no more Leonard Fournette. He's talented. I forget his athletic score, but he did great in the draft. And he has like Baker Mayfield. Like they got really nothing. Yeah, they got 2 wide receivers on the offense, and him.
That's a good
He's
sleeper
going to
pick.
get the ball.
That's a great sleeper pick because I didn't think about the fact that the other 2 running backs are gone.
Yeah, it's him. And he got a new number. He's just wearing number 1. You know when somebody goes from
He's feeling it.
29 to 1.
He's feeling it.
Yeah, he's feeling himself.
I like that.
That's something little. I'm big on number changes. Like when somebody gets
Somebody's feeling it, man.
like T. Higgins going from 85 to 5, draft that man.
Yeah, you saw what happened to Jalen Hurts. Went from 2 to 1.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That is a there's something to be said because it's always the thing too, and like in football in general, it's your guys get the single digit numbers.
Yeah.
And not everyone runs their teams that way, but most solid football organizations tend to run their team that way. You kind of earn your number.
Yeah.
And if you're a single digit guy,
You should earn that. It should be set up to where like
yeah,
you don't want a bozo wearing number 1.
you don't want to wear number 1. Dog.
Any single digit.
No, single digits belong to guys.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. And whenever a guy changes from the 40s to 30s, and all of a sudden they're wearing a single digit, they might just turn up. They might put up a lot of points. I'm thinking, I don't know, man. they've got. I'm curious to see where someone like Zeke lands.
My hands are off. He hurt me too many times last year. I take that back. He had that streak of touchdowns.
He's not signed, right? Someone's gonna get him.
He killed me. What was it the week that Tony Pollard had like a concussion or something? And was playing the Titans. I think that was the week, and he did nothing.
Unless he just really doesn't want to play. Someone's got to get him, right? His production.
I hope the Bengals don't get him.
His production was spotty.
Yeah.
His production was really
put him on the goal line. He's gonna get in. He's a big back. He's not like a big back, but you get what I'm saying.
No, he's a big dude. He's a big dude. He's no fucking Derrick Henry, but he's a big guy. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun year. It's going to be a fun year for fantasy. It's going to be a fun year for football. It's going to be a fun year just to watch, man. We've got some, you've got
the Lions and Chiefs starting the season off.
I know that's going to be cool. Why am I blanking? Our boy out of Ohio State just got drafted.
Jackson Smith. Oh, C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud.
Texans.
You got C.J. Stroud at the Texans. You got Bryce Young at Carolina. Those are highly likely. Those are your two starting quarterbacks right there.
Yeah.
You've got young guys out of San Francisco.
Davis Mills now.
Davis Mills is him.
That's a dog.
Yeah, how dare I? My bad. Let me pay my respects to Davis Mills. Could easily be the starting quarterback. Should he be? Probably not.
In that one league I was in, when Jalen Hurts got hurt, like week 15, 16, around that, they played the Saints. I put Davis Mills as my quarterback as a fucking joke. Yeah, it was so good.
I'm going to get in some random league this year and draft Davis Mills, like round 2.
Bro's a dog.
Absolute dog.
He got a neck on him.
Yeah,
dude.
he does, dude.
Neck.
He got that stendo. He got that stendo neck. Dude,
clip for a neck.
Dude's got that extra C-spine. That thing's going crazy. You got, man. He put some neck into his brain.
Terrible.
Become a better quarterback. No, dude. I respect Davis Mills.
Hey, coach. And that's what. Oh, we can segue to Stetson Bennett here. But he's going to be fine with the Rams, and it pisses me off. Because guess what? He gets to throw to Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp can rely with an outside zone run scheme and let just Cam Akers go. All that eye candy, and McVay is a genius. And I hate Stetson Bennett so much, but he's going to be fine. And guess who he gets to sit behind? Matt Stafford. He's going to be fine in it.
It pains me. It pains me that Stetson Bennett went in the 4th round.
Sorry.
Hey, man.
Sorry, I had a moment there.
Hey, man. He didn't go to school. He didn't graduate.
For 7 years.
He didn't graduate?
7 years.
He didn't graduate.
No. I just screamed into the mic. Dude, I'm a hater. I'll look at the camera. I'm a hater. And you know why? It's because I am jealous. And I know. Because guess what? Well, this is a hot take. But I think I could do the exact same thing he did. Bro. Give me a car seat like Georgia gave him. Dude. Bro, their tight end room was better than other teams' wide receivers. Dude, look at their running backs.
Darnell Washington and Brock Bowers. Oh, man.
You get a reincarnation of Kelsey, and then you get Darnell Washington, and then their third was a stud, too.
Dude, I dislike Stetson Bennett for a couple of reasons, but the biggest thing is I don't know what. I think the biggest thing is just looking at his face. I respect. I really got love for all my Georgia fans out there. I know they can be a little cringe sometimes. I know they can be a little cringe sometimes. Bama fans can be cringe too, so I get it. But like, I've got respect for him because I love Kirby Smart.
Yeah,
I love Kirby Smart, man. I really do.
Perfect coach to be there.
It's a good football
organization.
organization.
So long.
They are.
Too.
They're going to be a dynasty, and I've got respect for it. I just wish I liked their quarterback,
I
dude.
know.
Stetson was so hard to watch.
There and watch how good he does.
Oh my god,
they're gonna be fine.
I'm just glad they moved on from him, so I don't have to dislike them so much.
I'm shocked he wasn't gonna come back another year.
I know. I was like, do you want to go ahead and just make it a cool decade in college? You want to just keep going? You want to be just 30?
People complain about Grayson Allen being at Duke for too long. He was there for like 3 years.
Dude.
7 years in college.
Dude.
7 years. I get it was at JUCO. And I get he had a fun story.
But how do you do all that and not graduate?
I know. Dude, what? I mean, you have everybody else there, and they're graduating.
Here's my thing, and I'll say this. I'll say this about everyone that has found success in whatever lane they're in. I have nothing but respect for you, number one, going to get in that bag. You're making that money. You're being successful at whatever you do. I've got nothing but respect for it. That doesn't mean that I've got to like you. I can't, dude. I can't stand watching him play football. I can't stand.
The thing is that he has a Johnny Manziel attitude.
I know.
He does not carry like Johnny Manziel did. He earned that. Johnny Manziel earned that.
And Johnny Manziel was just dripped, dude.
I know.
He was absolutely dripped up in swag. He brought all the swag to A&M that they have right now.
I know.
Like, he was just different. I mean, the fact that he was an icon because he didn't really even care about football all that much off the field. He was just a frat boy.
So good. Yeah,
and
frat boy.
And he absolutely, he was a stud athlete.
Yeah.
And I feel like he didn't have to game plan all that much for any game he went and played. He just went and played backyard football.
I know.
And Stetson Bennett was not that guy. Stetson Bennett is just, he was very much he's like this. He was like Greg McElroy back at Bama.
I'd take Greg over him, though.
But I'd take Greg over him because of who Greg is as a person.
I know.
Greg knows who he is.
Stetson, bad person.
Bad person.
I felt like a child when I
Bad
said
guy.
that. First of all, it's Stetson Bennett the fourth. Douchebag alert.
Come on.
The fourth, dude.
Come on, Stetson, dude. Don't ever name anyone Stetson.
That's a
ever.
university name. That's not a kid's name.
Don't ever name anyone Stetson. I think, looking back, it's very much the way he played football was very much Greg McElroy-esque.
Yeah.
Because
He didn't lose.
No.
Yeah, I will give him that.
He was winning football. It was the same. Now, Greg McElroy only played for 4 years, and he graduated college. But whenever he was playing, they were very much game manager type quarterbacks, smaller bodies, decent arm, winning.
Yeah.
They knew how to win football games, and I respect that like nothing, because that's what you need out of the quarterback position. But Greg McElroy was like, "Oh, I'm just not the." He's like he knows who he is.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna graduate.
Know your
I'm
place.
probably not gonna play in the league, and I'm just gonna go be an analyst. So
Great his job too. I like him.
I really like McElroy as an
Also,
analyst.
I hate the argument, and you heard this live when my dad said it. He'd rather have Stetson Bennett over Anthony Richardson.
Come on, dude.
I get the idea that he's a winner, but put Anthony Richardson on Georgia's team last year. You're calling that the greatest team of all time.
Oh my goodness.
You're calling that the greatest team of all time.
Yeah, you
Because think
legitimately
about how
could.
much of a freak he is behind that offensive line. Because you think, he doesn't throw the same. He doesn't throw the same because he doesn't have the same weapons that Stetson had. And you might say, he had Ladd McConkey. Like, that's not a good wide receiver. Ladd is not bad.
No.
He's not bad at all.
No, and look, man, whenever you start talking about good and bad players, you're talking about D1 starting wide receivers. Like, these guys they're good football
They're
players
there for a reason.
They might not be your top. They might not be a drafted NFL player, but like you said, they are there for a reason. And yeah, you take an Anthony Richardson, you take a CJ Stroud, you take a Bryce Young, you take a Will Levis, and you go drop them on the Georgia team. You're going to.
Will Levis on that team would be the first overall pick.
Dude, hey, roll your helmets out there.
I know.
Game over.
I know.
That's how good they. Now, I watched Stetson Bennett against Alabama throw games.
Yeah.
I watched him throw games.
Yeah. And also, when they barely beat Missouri and barely beat that other team, when I was yelling at the TV for Missouri to win, I wanted nothing more than Missouri to beat Georgia this past year.
Yeah.
It was close, but I knew Georgia was going to win. It was just inevitable. It was like Thanos rolling in there. Like, you just know they're going to win.
They might get punched in the face once or twice, but they're going to win.
A drop of blood for what? A drop of blood for what?
Yeah, man. Stetson in the fourth round blew my mind.
Fourth round, dude.
That blew my mind.
Over Max Duggan? I don't get why Max Duggan's not hyped.
I know. That's
great build, good arm.
That'll be an exciting pick.
Winner. He's kind of has the same, not philosophy, but mindset as Jalen Hurts.
Where did he go? Who did he get
Chargers.
drafted? Okay.
In the sixth
round. Oh, that's
round.
cool.
Yeah, but I don't want him to sit behind.
Oh, he's gonna be behind Herbert,
Yeah,
but
he's never gonna play, but he's gonna be a backup that makes bang.
Oh, he'll be a
Just
backup
their
that makes
old
bang.
backup. Number 4, Chase Daniels. Their backup, he just retired, I think.
No, I mean just being a backup in the NFL is so cool. Like imagine, just getting paid. You're just watching film, helping QB1 out.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh,
Helping Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
You don't need to help him that much.
dude, you get to, and now the case is like, guys like that, the talks get thrown around those GM rooms where if he's producing on the field, he's practicing great, and he's like, hey, this might be a guy. Then there's your trade bait, and maybe he goes somewhere and actually does something.
Yeah.
But talent, cream rises to the top.
Yeah.
And like, if
Very
he's one of
much.
those guys, he'll be one of those guys. But it's an exciting year for football. It's an exciting year for fantasy. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think I'm going to stick to. I'd like to be in about 3 leagues this year.
Yeah, I got to tone it back.
What were you in?
I was in
last
like
year?
7.
Bro, I was in 7 leagues last year.
I won 3 of them.
I was in 7 leagues.
No.
Winning 3.
It might have been 6. I think I went half.
That's crazy.
And I got second in 1. Oh, I got second in 2. I got second in a 10-man PPR, and I got second in that best ball. And then I got like 7th place in hours. That was the only one I did bad on. That's also because I sold my team.
That's going to be a fun year, man. It's going to be a fun year for all football across the board. I always can't wait. Summer is just going to be me biding my time, and we're going to do some more of this. We're going to come on here and chop it up about more fantasy stuff. If y'all want to see us talk about something specifically, it doesn't even have to be football, but especially around football, it's kind of the wheelhouse. Throw it in the comments. If there's any other guests you want to see on here, or even with us, I just got a couple of other mics, so that's a possibility. If you want to we can maybe get a 3 or 4 man, something like that going.
Get Sam.
Get Sam, yeah. Oh, dude.
Oh, UFC talk.
Dude,
well, I guess
fight
that'll just be
breakdowns.
you. I don't really know.
Fight breakdowns, man.
I'll be the average person.
Yeah, you could be the soundboard. We can bounce off of a little bit. You watch it with
I'll
me,
chill
though.
with Stanley.
Yeah, that's right.
We're about even in UFC stuff. I know nothing.
We have a buddy that we watch fights with. He's a big UFC guy too. I like to chop it up about UFC. So anytime that there's big cards on, which there's a couple coming up soon, y'all see me do a little breakdown of that stuff. I'm going to be doing another Q&A here soon, so I'll be dropping that on my Instagram. Y'all go check it out. Ask some questions. Anything that you want to hear. Yet again, it could be related to anything. It doesn't have to be fitness. If you wanted to be fitness, bodybuilding, football, even, that's kind of my wheelhouse. Like I said, I can dig into any of that stuff. But that's going to open up. I'll probably put those up today or tomorrow because I got to film kind of early because I'll be out of town next week. But yeah, man, Jake, thanks for coming, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Guest,
It was a blast.
Guest literally number 1. First ever guest. Kind of 2.
Yeah.
Kind of 2.
Yeah.
Geppetto kind of stole the spotlight. I didn't invite her.
Yeah.
She just
showed
popped
up.
on. She just popped on. That's kind of how
Must
she
be on
does.
screen.
She is a star, and she's meant to be
Star.
that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was good chopping it up. Tell me what y'all think about that tier list. How did we do? Is there anything that you'd change?
49ers and Commanders.
I'm telling you,
Those are
man.
Controversial ones.
Those are the only ones that we really kind of split on a little bit, especially 49ers. So thank you for the book, man. I'm looking forward to
no
diving
problem.
into that. And my boy Stanley's going to make a
Stanley.
great mascot.
He's a dog.
Excellent
Not-
mascot. He's a beaver with a dog in him.
Yeah.
He's a coffee bean beaver with a dog in him. So, yeah, man, we'll keep chopping it up. And as we get closer and more football news comes out, more signings and all of that good stuff, there's always stuff being released. So we'll keep diving into all that coaching changes.
Maybe we come back when our teams are drafted and talk how we did our draft.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I am moving. He referenced earlier I'll only be there for so long. I am moving in September time frame, something like that. But, hey, man, whenever I move,
Real tears.
I'll send you a mic.
Okay.
Do some Zooms.
Uh-huh.
Do some do Google Meets, whatever.
I'm sure it'll be, you said September.
Yeah,
I'll still
sometime
hate
around
Stetson Bennett then. I haven't think anything's gonna change. I want to know what it would take for him to change. Probably graduate college first. Maybe that's a start. Maybe
Oh, I think he needs a haircut or something. I don't know.
dude.
Maybe he needs like a mustache and a haircut.
Maybe.
It's his face. It's the face
It's
for
his
me.
face, dude. It's so punchable. He's just a villain.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for watching again. You know the deal, man. Drop a like for me. It's much appreciated. Thank you for everybody showing love out of the gate, man. I'm really appreciative. I dropped that first podcast, and I was like, I can't wait to have 10 views. You gotta start somewhere, of course.
I was
but
hyped.
dude,
I was hyped.
I'm
for
really
you to actually
appreciative.
do it.
I'm really
We talked
appreciative.
about it a while ago.
Yeah, man. We have been chopping up about this for a long time. like I said, it was always something I wanted to do, was get on YouTube. So
Mhm.
this is a cool route for me, and I'm really looking forward to the future of it. But just thanks to everybody, man, for watching. I've got multiple people that have come up and said they're really entertained by it, and they, they'll be tuning in every Thursday. So this one will be dropping same time. It's always gonna be noon on Thursdays. These will drop. So.
Yeah.
I'm super, super, super appreciative to everybody, friends, family, people I don't know have reached out. Thanks. We've got to start somewhere, but I want to keep this thing growing, literally week by week, every episode. So please, guys, share it.
Inspirational. So inspirational.
Absolute, just
A real beaver.
It's what a real beaver would do. When's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. When's the next best time? Today. So that day was last week. So I planted a tree about a week ago.
Where should that redwood grow?
You gotta do me one favor before we sign off. You gotta give me a good mog to this camera.
Well, I'm not built like that, but I guess it works.
Get in there, boy. Yeah. Stanley the manly. Let me see Stanley.
Bro's a dog.
Me and Stanley.